If you like the video, please consider supporting James Corp on Patreon. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Twilight 2000. We're a week behind because, unfortunately, I was ill last week and there's nothing I could do about it. Sorry about missing last week, but I had literally not much in the way of options because I wouldn't have been sitting here very long. It was that sort of thing where, you know. Anyway, let's ignore the details of that. We're back with Twilight 2000, where we're actually going to start playing the game and see how long our characters last. This could be a very short campaign, or it could be a very long campaign. Who knows? Hopefully, no more than 7 weeks, but you know, it could be a week. Eventually, we're gonna go around the table, get people to introduce themselves and their character briefly. And then what we're also going to be doing is, well, what I'm going to ask of you is to like and subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube. If you're watching this on Twitch, do consider to hit that follow button. And if you have Amazon Prime, you can get a free subscription from Amazon Prime. You just need to make sure you link the two accounts together. And you can hit subscribe with Prime, and that stops them keeping that money that they could give to other people. Because you know, Amazon, they've got all the money in the world, right? They've sent people into space, so give me the money instead, because I'm poor. We've got some plans after Twilight 2000. I've just got to solidify them. Maybe at some point we'll be doing some Warhammer 40k as well with some people once I get that sorted. But yeah, it's just I need to speak to Free League about sorting out an interview in a few weeks. Well, the last session, which is a good thing I didn't do it before last week, where I have had to push back a week. I hope everyone enjoyed the character creation video. There's been a lot of views on it, a lot of likes on the YouTube. There's less on the podcast, but it's there if people want to listen to it. That's really it. That's about it, really, that I wanted to cover. Don't forget to join the Discord if you haven't done so already. That's where you'll find all the lovely people here today, and in all the other videos. They're all in it. Watch me not understand anything that comes out of Nathan's mouth in about 10 minutes when he starts saying jargon bollocks, and I'm going, I don't know what this means. So if anyone wants to translate in the comments, please do so. Please translate for me, because I'm not going to know what he's talking about. You know, what the fuck's a Bravo? But anyway,
Bravo is the phonetic
I know
phonetic way to say B.
I hope he's joking.
I know. I have worked in a call center, so we had to learn the phonetic.
Right. Bravo Sierra.
If you're really lucky, I'll do the radio phonetic alphabet backwards.
So
that feels like it should be a Patreon bonus, doesn't it?
He's not. Yeah, that's
feels like a penalty. Actually,
that's a bit.
That's the sort of stuff they make you do.
What's that?
They never made me do it, but they made me say my company motto inside the gas chamber, and that was rough.
Yeah, that's a good one. Try in basic training. You have to go into a gas hut to get you familiar with and comfortable with and trusting your NBC equipment. So you go in there, they drop a tear gas canister, everybody goes gas, 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 and then you have to put your gear on and then sit with it for a minute or two before you come out and they hose off your face because you got snot everywhere. It's good times.
Oh, okay. All right, so this is military. This isn't something like working in a call center, right? This wasn't a call center so
I mean, I spent a day in a call center and I would sooner receive tear gas to the face.
Yeah, I wish someone throw tear gas in the call center if I worked in one.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Sorry, I got my...
All good.
I definitely got the wrong end of the stick.
It's going to be that kind of day. It's all good.
No,
I once did a fire brigade thing. I weren't applying for the fire brigade. It was something I had to do because of a certain thing, and I had to go in they were making me crawl through a tunnel, and I couldn't do it because I suffer from claustrophobia. So I sort of said I can't do it. And then after they made us walk around a completely blacked out building, and we had to figure out, we had to go around it, and it was pretty fun because you had to use your foot against basically the base of the wall, so you don't get lost.
Yep.
Anyway, that's beside the point. So yeah, I'm playing Samuel Laker, and I've forgotten everything about him. He is a medic, doc, whatever.
Combat medic, yeah.
A combat medic, yep. His buddy is Blake Parson, who's Mr. Tom there. Say hi, Tom.
Hello there.
His moral code is he can't save everyone, but he's going to damn well try hard to. And his big dream is to basically get home with basically still being somewhat sane, I guess, rather than just an absolute mess of a human, suffering from all sorts of PTSD and shit. And his appearance is he's heavily tattooed with tattoos representing his dead comrades. He's probably got quite a few of them, and probably still
soon to be 3 more.
Maybe a fourth, including himself. I don't know how that works. Can you get
three more people he didn't save?
Can you get a post-human tattoo? Can you? Anyway, so
probably.
as my you know a tattoo when you're dead. So when you die, can you get a tattoo?
Oh, posthumous. Okay.
I think you'd have to time it right because after a while you're going to start getting squidgy, right?
Yeah.
All right, put me in the freezer, and then. Anyway,
now I'm just gonna chuck you into the clay.
Tom, why don't you introduce yourself and who you're playing?
Yep. So in the real world, I'm told Tom. Is it ironic? Is it truthful? It's the internet. Nobody knows. And I'm playing Blake Parsons. I'm a gunner. I shoot guns at things. I try very hard not to shout suppressing fire when I do that, but I can't promise.
What is that accent, by the way?
Well, I mean, it's going to veer all over the States. Currently, I'm from New York, which is a thing that I'm going to have to just occasionally spontaneously say New York. It's like a tick he has, and then they'll kind of fall back into place. So, he's tall, shaved head, always smoking. Like he recently had a kid, Julie. He really wants to get back and see Julie. Hopefully she wasn't annihilated with the nuclear bombs. And he thinks like kids didn't choose this shit, like, so you should never kill a kid. And that's kind of his thing.
Who's his buddy?
You're my buddy. Lake is my buddy. Doc English, as I call him.
Doc English.
Thank you. We'll go to Trey.
Yep. I'm playing Flagpole. It's a CIA officer with some field training. He is running ops in this mission, as far as I remember. He's a tall, lanky dude, a little gaunt. Maybe that's why most people expect that's why he got the name Flagpole. Whether it's just a CIA call sign or it's a nickname, it's hard to tell. There might be more to it than that. He his moral code is I'm better than others and they're playing my hands. And his big dream is, well, we can still win this. There's just still a war and we can still win it. So that's Flagpole. He's not inept with guns, but he's definitely not the group sharpshooter either. He is better with people. He trained in psyops and is a persuasive feller with a charming smile.
And who's your buddy?
Unnerving smile. Is this Douglas's character? I forgot that part.
Yeah.
I must admit.
It's cool. You don't have a buddy.
Yeah, honestly, it's pretty. You're like you're the equivalent of the company man in an Alien scenario. Like we allow you to tag along, but we're not super sure about you.
And you shouldn't be.
Yeah,
It's like Carl Weathers from Predator.
exactly. I'm Douglas. I am playing Wynn Eckhart. I am Broken Shepherd on Discord and Broke Shep on the Twitter. Eckhart is a special forces guy. He was part of a Canadian unit called Joint Task Force 2, which is one of the first units on the ground when everything kicked off a couple of years ago. He's been in combat almost constantly since. He's probably the last survivor of his unit at this point. So he's with this multinational schmozzle of a battalion. And so he's got something very close to the 1,000-yard stare, or since he's from Canada, the 1,000-meter stare. And he, because of his experience, because of his training and his makeup, he's the guy that people turn to get them out safely when the shit hits the fan, and he'll do his best to do that. But he figures he's staying here for the long haul. He was given a task. He's very task oriented, and he expects to finish it here. There may be more to that, which we might get to as we go through the course of the game and have opportunities for role play. We'll see. Or we're just going to be dodging bullets the entire time. I bet Nathan's going to tell us in mere moments. So let's kick it off.
Right, let's jump over to Mr. Nathan, the Grandmaster himself.
Not a Grandmaster, the Jump Master. I'll be Jump Master today. Hi, I'm Nathan Clark. I'm Godless Polecat, anywhere you care to find me online. On Twitter, I'm sometimes Pontificus Maximus. But that's neither here nor there. It's actually here, but whatever. You can find me role-playing on James's channel most of the time, and some other places as well. There's video evidence of me other places, but anywho, I'm just gonna run Twilight 2000. We're gonna run it through its paces for the next 7 weeks, and explore the rule system, everything it has to offer, and see how it is. It's gonna be a good time.
Yeah, we're gonna test out everything, including experience as well, right?
Yes. As soon as I figure out how to get rid of this. Close. Yeah, I think we're gonna. Hold on a sec. I gotta figure out how to get this away.
Get what away?
There's a small window on my phone that's opened up. You know what? Whatever. It can burn out my battery. Anyway, so let's begin. So what I've done is I've opened you guys up on the travel map of Poland. These icons that you see here on the map are representation of last known intelligence of units in the area. If you scroll down to, not scroll down, but if you follow my ping near the town of Wrocław.
If you press shift and ping, you'll ping us to it.
Oh, good gravy, here we go.
Yeah.
Did it work?
Not for me,
Yeah.
it hasn't.
Okay.
There's an armored unit there or mechanized infantry, I can't tell.
So some symbology. So you guys know some military symbology. All these, you see these blue things and red things on the map. Those denote military symbology for units. I'm not going to get into the X's and lines and dots that are on the top, but what you need to know, the thing that you guys need to know when you're looking at this map is an X inside of a symbol is infantry. Kind of like cross rifles, like infantry insignia. The X is cross. A circle is motorized or mechanized. Usually on this map, it's going to denote mechanized, or it's going to denote tanks. If you have a circle with cross rifles, that is mechanized infantry. That's infantry that has APCs. If you have, like you see on some of those red diamonds, which are Russian units, you see those little things that look like bird wings down at the bottom. That means they're airborne.
Or they were at one point.
They're airborne capable.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean that they're airborne in the air. It means that they're jump capable.
Yeah.
And like they could get loaded.
Where am I
Look
looking?
here. Look up here.
Where?
I'm trying to shift click to this.
Why is
I
it
don't
not
know if it's
working
working
for
though. I know. I have. Wait a minute. There it is.
Oh, nice. That worked. Yeah, totally.
Yes, I was hitting the wrong button because I have a German keyboard. Okay, so you see that little
Yeah.
bird wings on that
Oh,
thing?
okay.
Looks like somebody mooning the sky. Right?
Exactly.
That's
It looks
what
like
we're
little
doing,
little
All
bird
right.
wings. That
I
means
just saw
boop,
McDonald's.
that means they're airborne.
Good visual.
So
there,
bird
Tom,
wings.
Thank you.
So cross rifles with bird wings means airborne infantry. Cross X with a circle means mechanized infantry. If there is a box, so like if you have a military symbology, this is never going to come into play. This is just something you can use at a party to if somebody gets a military symbol, you can use this knowledge to impress a bunch of people.
What parties are you going to?
Military parties don't. Shh. So
What do you
there's if you have like see those X's and stuff on top of the rectangles that denote U.S. positions or Polish friendly forces. Okay, those X's are like divisions or whatever. If
It represents the size of the unit, essentially.
size of the unit. Yeah, if it's like 1 dot, it's a squad. 2 dots is a section. 3 dots is a platoon. A line is a company. 2 lines is 2 companies. 3 lines is a battalion. Now, that's straight lines coming off, not an X. Now, if there is a box around those lines, that means it's a team. So let's say it's 3 lines, which is a company. It's a company of infantry, which is 4 platoons. If those 3 lines have a box around it, not 3 lines, excuse me, 1 line. If that line has a box around it, that means it's a company team. That means it's composed of more units than just mechanized infantry. If it's a mechanized infantry icon or a tank icon, and it has that line with the box around it, they've probably got infantry units with them as well. Because in the military, a lot of times what you do is when you take a unit like a tankers, they'll give a platoon of tanks to some infantry guys, and the infantry guys will trade them with a platoon of infantry, so that the infantry guys have 4 tanks with them, and the tankers have a platoon of infantry with them. It gives a unit more flexibility or whatever. That's never going to come up in this game.
I was going to say, for the purposes of the game, looking at this map,
it's useless knowledge.
Welcome to this lecture on military knowledge. We will be playing some role-playing games later, maybe.
Absolutely.
Welcome to my useless knowledge, which will stay with me forever, that derails campaigns right as they start.
Yeah,
All right,
Blake looks at the map and goes, so it's pinks are the goodies, right?
Pinks are the
Pinks
baddies.
are the baddies.
Here are you
that's
guys.
a good thing for me to be clear on, right?
Yeah.
This is your icon, Razor 2-1.
All right.
That is your call
outside
sign.
of Roleplay. And we're gonna apologize right off the hop for butchering every single Polish word and name in our play.
I'll
so
apologize
large
to
scale,
Andrew E. Gaska personally.
Yes. So large scale, the northwest quadrant still largely in NATO hands, with a couple of isolated Soviet or Warsaw Pact areas. There's a salient towards Warsaw. There's a salient to the southeast, but the bulk of the map is under Soviet and Warsaw Pact control.
Yeah. So right now, your guys' assembly area where you're stationed is just outside of Wrocław. You're in the town of Wrocław, but you're a little bit to the north of it in an open area where they have all the tents and stuff set up. You're going to be traveling to Kalisz, which is here. Now there are elements from like this little flag down at Wrocław, just denotes like the headquarters.
Mm-hmm.
The bulk of those forces are in Kalisz right now. And there's the infantry, 35th Guards, the Russian unit that's there right now. That's currently they're currently attacking the city, and you guys are getting jumped into that. Yeah, so that's the situation. I mean, this is how far you're getting transported. So it's a pretty quick flight to get to Kalisz.
It's about 110 kilometers, right? Is what I counted.
Yeah, if
that 30 kilometers a hex,
yeah.
Or less.
No, it's 10K. 10K hex. Yeah.
On this scale, okay. Look at that. Fancy dancy boundary tools.
Heck yeah. Okay, so there are some things also that I've you'll notice there's some other modules I've put on Foundry. There's pop out, which you guys know. There is dice so nice. There's dice tray, so you can roll dice down at the bottom, and it'll roll the special dice if you don't want to roll right off your character sheet, which you can. There is also the ping that you guys also know, and there's also a thing that I downloaded today, which is called Switch to Chat. So if you're somewhere else in the navigation tool off to the right, whenever you roll off a character sheet or wherever, it's automatically going to change that to switch to chat. You can see what your roll is. So you don't have to like go to character sheet and then switch to that, and then it'll automatically. So if your screen keeps jumping to chat when you're looking at other stuff after you roll, that's why.
Fair.
Yep. Just to make it easy. So
Kalisz is on the other side of the river.
Yep.
And are bridges intact at this point, or is all that infrastructure already gone to shit?
No, bridges are intact.
Okay.
I mean, they're functional. There's some of them rickety. Maybe there's a pontoon bridge that the U.S. military has set up, or not all the bridges are completely destroyed. But let's go to drop zone. All right, so you guys left the equipment tent, and you started walking towards the ready line. About 2 hours until mission start. You see the gavel unit, the 101 MI, they push out at that point. They push up to try to secure objective rows inside the city. So by the time you fly in, they should be secure in the place as you're jumping in. You're taken over to where the helicopters are, and there's a bunch of people. There's a bunch of staff there. They're ready with chutes and stuff to fit you guys in chutes. So it's a long, lengthy process to put everybody into chutes, and then you get yanked into chutes, and the guy's like, "Hey, listen, you're going over to McMullen's aircraft." And like he's the crew chief. He'll check you before you get on board. He's a sergeant. We all call him McMuffin, but don't call that to his face, or he'll kick you out of the fucking bird. So he runs a tight crew and a tight bird. Captain Duckworth's your pilot. He's a cowboy, but he's a good pilot. So they strap you into this stuff. If anybody's got backpacks and stuff, your weapon goes onto your left side or your right side, and your backpack and stuff is strung between your legs. So it's like hanging off the front, strung to your legs. So once everything gets strapped to you, and the guy before he starts putting, he's like, "Does anybody have to go to the bathroom? You guys have to go to the bathroom, take a shit, do any of that stuff? Because once I strap you up, I'm not unstrapping you to go to the bathroom." So they're all right. So he's like, "Forever hold your peace."
We're moving out.
It's like a Christmas story.
Yeah. So
I am going to check. Later on, are we going to do rolls for urgently needing to pee in battle?
No.
Okay.
No, don't worry. You're going to void yourself as soon as you come under fire.
There is a way to relieve yourself in battle. You just do it.
No, you hold it. Anyway, so you unless you hear a real loud explosion right next to you, then you might pee your own pants. But it's the body's natural physiological response to danger. Anyway, so you get strapped up in parachutes and stuff, get your reserve chute on, even though the guy's like, he's talking under his breath. He's like, "Oh, you're jumping it. You might not have time to pull this." And he puts your reserve chute on anyway. Because anybody knows, jumping in high wind at like 800 to 500 meters, you might have time to pull your reserve chute if your other chute doesn't open up. But you guys don't have static line chutes. You guys will pull your own. You guys will pull your own. You guys will pull your own rip cords and stuff.
But at that altitude, we're ripping them, as soon as we're off the ramp, basically.
Yeah. So he's like, they strap you all up. He's like, "All right, you guys are good to go. Good luck, and whatever it is you're gonna go do." So it's like, the bird's over there. So you guys kind of like waddle over to the bird with all your stuff, right? You can only like shuffle now. And you airborne shuffle over to the bird, and Sergeant McMullen is standing there, and he's looking. He's like, "All right, so you guys getting on my bird? So here's a couple rules you got to know." He's like, "No fucking around once you get in the bird." He's like, "Take all commands from me or the pilot, and nobody barfs in my fucking aircraft. Got it? You throw up.
Got it.
You need to throw up. Just throw up into your shirt." He's like, "I don't want to be cleaning up anybody's Cheerios in the back of my aircraft." So he's checking you guys over, making sure everything's good to go, checking the chutes one more time. And then he's like, once I check these, there's no taking them off, no nothing. He's just going to sit over there. All right, cool. So he's checking everything. He's like, all right, so you guys are going to be jumping at 13.5, 1,350 meters. That's about a 28-second free fall. That's like 28 Mississippis. You're going to want to pull at around 800 to 500 meters. That's 10 Mississippis to 15 Mississippis. We don't have any altimeters. We don't have any altimeters to give you. Just stand by. Hold on. We don't have any altimeters to give you because, we gave them out as kid clubs rings for other people, whatever. We don't have any anymore. So you're going to have to count. Don't worry. You're going to be pretty much spot on target. So when we kick you out, when you get kicked out of the bird, you're going to count. You're going to count 10 seconds. Anywhere from 10 seconds to 15 seconds, you need to pull your chute. If you want to be a cowboy, you can pull it at 15, but you're going to be at about 500 meters off the deck. Remember, the building that you're jumping onto is 6 stories high. That's about 25 meters, maybe 30 meters. So you got to take that into consideration. So don't wait too long to pull your chute. Otherwise, you won't be able to land on top of the building.
All right. No cowboys, please.
Yeah, at about 13 seconds left, you're about 500 meters. And with the chute, that'll buy you a little bit of time, but you got about 8 seconds to figure out where you're going and hit the roof. Roger. If we've done our math right and the pilot flies right, which he always does, you shouldn't have to make too many adjustments. You guys got those Gucci parachutes, so you got to be able to toggle around and steer.
All right. We make sure not to barf. You make sure we are on target.
Perfect. Any questions?
Yeah, I thought there's only one Mississippi.
Yeah, no, it's I know this. Elephants. You guys count elephants.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Count elephants.
But English seconds are the same length as American seconds, right? You don't need to convert.
I made a Dane one. They said they count boxes of beer. I can get behind that.
Okay.
Boxes of beer.
So at 10 to 15 boxes of beer, or 10 to 15 elephants, or 10 to 15 Dumbos, go ahead and rip that little red cord before you go splat. All right. Clear?
Clear.
Yep.
All right. You can wait in the chopper. Or you can wait right over here and sit in the grass if you want to. It's on you.
How long till we take off?
Yeah, you got about an hour, because it was about an hour to get you rigged up and get you all your shit on.
What sort of day is it?
It's dry. It's overcast, and I think the sun has already gone down. I think I want to say it's close to. You guys' jump time was like midnight, so
it was sort of 30.
Yeah.
Where would be the best place to take the power nap?
The grass over there.
You're sitting on it.
Yeah, you take it right on the grass.
All right, I'm taking a power nap.
All right, take a power nap.
No, that's for sure what you do. I spend 10 minutes studying the map of the location, the areas around it, having used advanced, that sort of stuff, and then I kip out.
I like to go over that with you.
All right, so I'm
going to stand there for a moment and then go shake my head and not understanding anything that you two are saying and just stand smoking.
I'll orient you a little bit to the map. So if you look right here, those are garden houses. So people, they're like little. In America, they don't really have this thing, but in European cities, they have plots of land. You guys almost always know this. This for viewers who don't know. In European cities, they have plots of land set aside that people can purchase. They can grow stuff, and there's usually like a shack or a house, or sometimes they're mini houses like a cottage that's set up so that you can. Exactly, yeah. And it's people's vegetable gardens. Sometimes there's a trampoline in there if people brought the grandkids there. You can sometimes the houses have generators or limited power or running water, so you can stay there over a weekend or whatever, and it's kind of like a mini vacation spot. But really what it is it's a plot of land where people can grow vegetables or whatever.
When you live in an apartment in a big city, you get to have a little land. In Danish, they're actually called colony gardens because they would be like a colony outside the city where workers who only owned small apartments could go out. And yeah.
We call them community gardens here, but same idea.
So that's what that big huge area where it looks like it's got a lot of trees and stuff. That's what that is. That's all community gardens. This ring of buildings down here. This ring of buildings here is like 2-story to 3-story apartment buildings, obviously. Over here, that's a right click, left click. That is a grocery store. That is an Edeka or an e-center, or however you want to say it, but it's a grocery store. And what else do you need to know? That's about it. This is the main northwest running, or east-west to northwest run, north to south running road.
And where's our drop zone?
Objective Thorn.
Objective Thorn.
Okay, all right.
And you have to transport Orchid all the way to Objective Rose down here.
And how far is that?
It's not too far. I think the map is to scale. Hold on a sec. As the crow flies. Oh no, it says 80 meters.
Yeah.
That's not it. No.
It's like
add
10 blocks.
Yeah. So it's like 700
What's a block?
meters. Nah, it's like 700 meters. 790 meters.
We don't have blocks in England. I don't
Oh,
know.
no,
how
I
big a
suppose
block
you
is.
don't. And it depends where you are.
We have a mess, is what we have.
Yes.
Yeah.
In New York, you got
Organic.
long blocks and short blocks, depending on whether you're on avenues or not.
Is it the pub at the top of the hill or the pub at the bottom of the hill? Which one is it?
Exactly. This is going from the pub at the top of the hill to the pub at the bottom of the hill. It's a
correct
kilometer.
order.
It's not far.
It's in yards. All right,
Well, I know
so
what yards are. A yard is roughly about a meter.
cool.
Yeah, just a shade under.
Just a frog hairs under. All right, so that's it. You guys are listening to radio chatter, and like the units in Kalisz are getting pounded. Like the more you hear, the more you want to like hurry up and execute, because you don't know what the state of Kalisz is going to be by the time you guys get there in like an hour. Because right now there's units. You're hearing other radios that are keyed to other frequencies. There's units that are reporting that there's tanks showing up. There's Russian tanks showing up in Kalisz.
So more than just the company of paratroopers.
Yeah, and if you look on your map there in Loads, there's a tank, like a tank brigade in there in Loads. So
Yeah.
you start hearing people talk about maybe like over the past couple of days that tank brigade has shifted west and is attempting to like try to help push NATO forces back west, and particularly in Kalisz.
So our best estimate is that we've got enemy forces coming from the east and northeast.
Yep.
So pushing left and down on this map. So we're heading to Objective Rose should theoretically be keeping us ahead of the line of their advance, assuming
Correct.
they don't have elements in that part of the city already.
Yeah, assuming you don't jump behind enemy lines. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you are in the this portion of Kalisz is in the southwestern part of the city.
Okay.
Yeah.
So not shown on this map, but beyond Objective Rose, maybe another kilometer or so is the river.
Yeah, just outside the city. And there's another river that runs through the middle of the city, but that's farther up to the north.
Okay.
Yeah. It's not on the travel map, but there's a river up to the north that'll be more difficult to cross if you need to go north.
Well, let's
Not
hope we don't
north,
have to be
north,
too
north. If you have to go northeast, sorry. Directly
Gotcha.
north is, the river kind of runs due north to the eastern side of the city. Okay. That's it, man. All right. So we're gonna start the show. Apache, or not Apache, but
Should I?
Pale Rider,
Oh, there
Pale
we
Rider
go.
1-6, starts spinning up the rotors. The guy, Sergeant McMullen starts like, let's go, stand up, and he starts motioning you over to the bird, and you guys kind of airborne shuffle again like ducks in a row over to the helicopter with all your shit. And
all right, people. In case it's all chaos there and there's no connection in radio or we get separated, what I want you to do, as soon as we get there, we land on that roof. You go to the nearest edge of that roof and you clear your sector. You look down your the way you land. We take a World Corner Eats, whatever you're closest to. You check your sector and you make sure that within half a click there is no enemies in our LC. Once you clear that, we rendezvous at what we need to find out what can get us down from the roof. If no passage is obvious, we're going to meet right in the middle and we're going to tell each other whatever we saw. Don't take any shots. Do not start any engagements while we are on the roof. Just check what you have of bogeys, gather in the middle and, gather. And then we report in whatever there is. If we don't see anything or there's nothing we have to deal with, we will make our way down the building. Okay.
Yeah, makes sense.
Cool. And don't barf in the nice man's helicopter.
I mean, I had all the soup. There was a load of soup back there. I'm just okay. I'll be fine.
Soldier, you have two options here. Absolutely. Make sure you do not barf from that helicopter, or you go right over there in that bush and you stick 2 fingers in your throat.
No, I'll be all right. I'll be all right.
Jeez. Harsh.
Just don't barf from the nice man's helicopter. That's all I'm saying.
Like I've eaten like hot dogs from a stall. I can handle anything. I'll be fine.
All right. Let's get going.
All right, you guys load up. Okay, so you load up. It is a very, very, very fast chopper ride. The bird lifts up, pulls very fast, and speeds towards Kalisz. You're looking at the back deck of the chopper, and you're already seeing you're like 2/3 of the way coming up on the city, and it's a couple minutes, and Chief McMullen, Sergeant McMullen is like, "Hey, check out the back deck." He's like, "You stand up, get ready," and he starts motioning you guys towards the back of the chopper. You can already see tracer rounds headed away from you. It's like you're flying into the city. You can see every once in a while, you can see like tracer shots flying. Like stuff happening in the city is hitting like the outskirts of like the suburbs of the city.
Things are kicking off. It's not our elements. It's not like our escort Apaches are firing on anything. It's just things are kicking off in town.
Yeah, you can't hear anything on a bird anyway. It's all even if the Apaches were lighting stuff up, which they'd love to do, because that's what helicopters do. They shoot things. They would you wouldn't hear it anyway. So you're flying in, and he gives you the 30-second warning. He's basically screaming. He's like, 30 seconds. And you see even more. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3.
Yeah, no, go no, Doug. Wait until you're off the side.
Yeah, and he
Don't
says,
pull now.
Pull it now and yank him out the back. And he flips everybody off. He's like, "Fuck you!"
The airstream just pulls him out.
Yeah.
Amateurs.
So, you flip. The bird banks left, banks right, and starts taking evasive maneuvers. Basically, the closer you get to the city, and the guy's like, 10 seconds.
So
And
what
the bird-
order are we doing it in? Who's going first? What is there a jump order or does it matter? Not
It's
matter.
too late to
You're
discuss
going
that
first.
now. 5 seconds.
Right, I'll go first. Sure, I'm at the thing.
Birds left, right, and then all of a sudden the bird levels out for whatever the guy, and the guy McMullen slaps you all on the back, and he's like, "God!"
go.
I'll jump.
Go, 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 go,
right.
go.
I'm going.
So you guys, all right, you bail out.
One
start
to
Mississippi,
hear-
2 Mississippi,
All right.
3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi.
You need to be counting quicker than that, but anyway.
Oh.
So
I
your ass-
imagine Flagpole going last, and just as he clears the ramp, he's going, "God bless America."
Yeah, he's America, fuck yeah. So you bail out of the bird, and it's like the rush of air like closes your ears. You can't hear shit. It's just a rush, and there's that feeling as soon as you step off the chopper. There's that feeling for like a split second of your like your stomach going into your throat. But once you lose reference of the aircraft, like that starts to go away. It's the middle of the night. Your nods are up on your helmets, but your nods are like your night vision goggles. Sorry, James. Your night vision goggles are on your helmets, but you don't have them back because nobody wants to jump with like night vision, because jumping out of a helicopter in the middle of the night is hard. It's harder if you're looking through like a night vision camcorder.
Restricted view, yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. So you have your night vision up and you're coming down. And you can see with the naked eye, there's street lights and stuff that you can see because the power grid is still up in some places. But you can see heavy fighting. There's tracer fire everywhere. There's also tracer fire directed up in the air. And it's going past you, and it's like they're trying to shoot the choppers down. Like they can't see the choppers, but they can hear them. And you see there's an inordinate amount of like Russian ordnance that's being fired up, like small arms and all kinds of the stuff. You know, Dushka, like 12.5 millimeter machine guns are being fired up into the air. And you're coming down. And what I'm going to need is I'm going to need a mobility roll from everybody in order to yank your chute.
Let's see if this works then, shall we? We're going to test to see if we get put onto it. Do you want mobility, yeah?
Yeah, mobility.
Right. Is there any modifiers?
Nope.
I've got -2 because of a backpack. Is that correct?
What's up?
I've got a -2 on my modifier. It says
No, don't
'cause
take a
I'm
-2.
carrying-
Yeah,
It says
it
I'm
won't
carrying a
affect
ba-
you for this.
Okay.
It's dangling from your crotch right now, so
All right.
Yeah, you're okay.
it's not affecting you pulling a chute.
Oh shit.
So remind me what we want.
6 and up.
You're gonna want
Yeah.
6 and up. See that 0 right there, Blake?
Mhm.
That should say 1, at least 1, if you want to succeed.
Okay.
All right, Douglas. Let's see wins. Of course. Greystorm.
Yeah, let's see. My character sheet says here I'm rolling a D10 and a D6.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, say what you rolled. Sorry, I'll just remind everyone. Just say what we roll. I got a 0. I got
Yeah.
no successes.
Yeah, Blake got 0. He's in trouble.
How do I roll?
Win succeeded.
Just click on mobility on your character sheet. Just click on that. Just
Click on the word,
mobility.
and that
So,
triggers
Yep.
the roll.
That's
Yeah, it'll pull up a pop-up. You can add any modifiers if you got them, and then
Yeah.
and then click roll.
If there's an error, just
Oh, that's really clever. I'm sorry, I don't use.
That's
Look
okay.
at all these
Oh.
5s you guys
I want to
rolled.
push that.
Okay,
Yeah,
no, wait.
I think
I
3
think
of us
all
are
of you
definitely
want
going to
to
want to
push
push.
So nobody got any 1s, right?
yet.
So when you push dice, if you get a 1 on your base die, which is the 2 dice that you rolled, or if you any ones that you did have, and you fail your push, those ones take 1 point off of the attribute associated with the skill you just rolled. So you take damage. But since none of you actually like got any 1s, you just didn't roll any successes. If you
Does
succeed,
Do ones? Is it much like normal mutant year 0 engine where if you don't if you roll a 1 but you're not pushing, you don't take anything?
yeah, you don't take anything. Only if you push do you run the risk of damaging. If you push like a shooting roll, that 1 comes off the reliability score of your weapon. You know what I mean?
Cool.
So it's just damaging whatever you're using to make the skill roll. So who wants to push? Blake, Tom, do you want to push your roll?
I I
So,
mean, that will
this smoke-
fall off the building. Yeah, I'd go for push.
No. You're not gonna fall off the building, but you might have a mishap.
Yeah, no, I don't like mishaps. I'm gonna push.
You're gonna hit the building. So okay, go ahead and push.
Ooh, nice.
Oh, that's a bit
Excellent.
better.
Ooh, I
All
have
right.
got one
Fortunate.
success.
That works. You got a success. Doc, does Doc want to push his roll?
Yes, but I don't know how successful this is going to be.
Shit,
Okay. Push it. Push it real good. See,
Oh,
there you go.
there you go.
6.
There was a
Oh,
6 on the
go.
D6. Beauty.
Come on, Beanpole. Let's see if you succeed or just
Let's
miss.
go. Let's go, Flag. Push your roll.
Let's lose intel right off the jump.
Oh.
And there's your 1.
And there's his one.
flagpole is
That's okay.
impaled on a flagpole.
No, flagpole is
That's
not impaled.
I'm
So-
taking one hit.
You're,
or
you're not gonna
stress.
take. You're not gonna take. So I will. So this is. I set this roll up specifically for this.
Mhm.
Do you want to damage a piece of your equipment, or do you want to take that damage to your what's mobility, agility,
Yeah, mobility is
yeah.
under agility.
It's,
or do you want to take that stress damage to your agility?
I'll
How does that
take,
work?
I'll
Oh, don't take it to your
it-
agility. You take it to physical. Sorry.
Yeah, I take it to if it's strength or agility, it's to
To hit
and
capacity.
intelligence and empathy is to stress. Let's say it's a random piece of gear.
I already know what it's gonna be.
Oh, you
I'll
already
just-
know what it's gonna be.
I'll tell you. Do you?
It's going to be,
It's going to be the radio or the nods.
Yeah.
I will, because you always land on your nods. I'm gonna take that. Yeah, I'm gonna take that hit in my physical hit capacity box.
All right. Because you would have
Nathan,
face
your
planted.
camera's out of focus, by the way.
Yeah, I know. You would have.
There we go.
There we go. You would have face planted and broke your nods, but that's okay. Nods never survive a jump. Well, not never survive, but
I mean, I'd take the
It's very
damage and then
easy.
just I'll fix you
All
up.
right, so-
it's a lot easier, right? I can just fix you up.
well,
I think we'll find that recovering damage isn't quite as easy as D&D here.
no, it's
Oh,
okay.
So healing word is not
Uh,
going to cut it.
That
on
actually
the-
depends. That depends.
You could do a bunch of morphine, but
You can also just sit down and take a rest for it's of course a quarter day, which we don't. A shift. We don't have.
Yeah,
time
we
for that here.
need to be at objective rows by then.
Mhm.
yeah. So
You're not a
hit-
combat cleric, Doc?
All right, so you guys bail out. Pilot was spot on. All you see, the trace rounds are whizzing past you up at the bird, but the bird's already gone. And you see trace rounds farther north of the city. You see the bird start to veer off. And you see briefly, Apache gunfire as they light stuff up.
I have a
And you rem-
question.
What's up?
Would the vanning lights be on? Like, the flashy lights that you get on, like, aircraft that
No.
fly over?
No.
Oh, right, so they
The
wouldn't
pilots-
be on at all.
No, and pilots fly with night vision goggles.
Oh, okay.
So those Gucci binocular night vision goggles you see SF guys in movies wearing?
No.
Never mind. All right, those are pilot night vision. They have like their own battery pack at the back, and pilots fly with night vision goggles just like dudes drive Humvees with night vision on. There's no like night vision screen or anything. You just wear goggles inside the helicopter and fly with night vision. So every light on the thing is shut out. There's no lights. It's called blackout. So you black everything out and fail into
Like
the.
when we're out of the chopper, we can't see the chopper within
Yeah,
like
you
a
can't see
second
it.
of jumping.
Yeah.
We might, depending on what's going on beneath us and how much of the city is lit up, we might be able to see each other, and we might be able to see. Like I'm on our way down, I'm looking for 3 good shoots in addition to my own. It looks like one of them was a little late, but
Yeah.
but nighttime visibility is pretty crap. So I just want to make sure we're able to orient and see the building and come in on a clean approach.
So you guys hit the building. So you come down after about 10 seconds to 15 seconds, depending on when you want to pull your chute. You pull your chute. Flag is a cowboy. He pulls his chute like a little bit after 15 seconds because he's we got to get on the roof, and I want to get on the roof quick, and I don't like all these tracers. So he yanks his chute. He has time to look up, make sure his chute's deployed, look down, see that the roof of the building's coming, and then he flares his chute almost too late, and he kind of lands feet first and then onto his hip, and he kind of bruises his hip a little bit when he hits the roof. And you all dump, because if you don't flare, you hit going about 30 miles an hour. There's a way that you land. It's called a PLF. It's a way that you land so that you don't hurt yourself.
Mhm.
But you have Gucci parachutes, so you can pull the risers down and inflate the chute with air. Most of you, 28 seconds free fall is seems like it's a short time. It's a frog hair under 30 seconds. It's forever when you're falling.
Mhm.
28 seconds is like, I got time to look around.
You guys
Yeah.
tried it? Anyone here tried it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You the two military guys tried it.
No, I've never. I'm not airborne qualified, but I've parachuted out of a civilian aircraft. I've taken
yeah.
Yeah, same here.
courses and parachuted. Yeah.
I did 32.
Yeah.
seconds.
I'll never do it again.
Oh, it was amazing.
I really like the ground, and I stay on that.
No, I
Great
hit so
fun.
hard the first time because I showed up. I was drunk the night before, and I showed up late to the class.
Mm.
So they were in the one-way radio. They were going flare, 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 and I'm like, "What's?"
And you're
flare?
looking around saying, "Where?"
What's flare? And I'm looking down at the ground. I'm like, "That's coming up quick."
Yeah. You pull those toggles down hard as you approach.
And then the second time I jumped was like a month later. Because I'd already had the class, and I signed the waiver. The second time I jumped, we bailed out of it was like at sunset, so it was just beautiful. I was like, I know how to flare this time. It's gonna be great. So I freaking bail out. I pull my chute when I'm supposed to. And I'm sitting there sailing. I'm over the grass, over the DZ, right? And I'm like, oh man, I look over I'm like, it's so pretty. I look over my left shoulder and I can see the trees silhouetted by the sunset. And the trees are going like this. I'm like, oh shit. I was going so fast because of the wind. So I yanked I flared at like treetop level and I still hit like so hard. I'm like, I'm not doing it again. I'm like, every time I hit, it's like I get hit by a car every time I land. So I was like, I'm not. Other people came down and just like, right onto their feet and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm like, I was like, I'm good. 2 times is enough.
I jumped with an instructor, so you're hooked up to
tandem.
someone else, and he did it, and we were way up after the free fall. It was they said about 30 seconds. We did 32. They counted, and we were floating down there, and we pulled the chute. Everything's nice, and it's funny to see your own home region like it was a map. You're so far up, you can see the coastlines and everything like. And he just hands me this. I don't know what it is. A little bit of piece of string with a handle in it, and it says, "Don't drop this." And I immediately look down. I'm like, "You crazy? We're almost 2 kilometers up in the air. We're not, because I was 32 seconds after 2 kilometers, but still, it was like, don't drop this."
Yeah, when you
I
fall,
didn't know if it's something he did with every customer just for fun, or it was
Absolutely.
and when you fall through a cloud, everybody just disappears.
Yeah.
It's not like you feel falling through a cloud. Everybody just whites out, disappears, and then everybody reappears again when you fall at the bottom. It's pretty cool.
So no, it was a cloud-free day.
I don't think jumping out of an aeroplane sounds particularly fun to me.
Oh, it's awesome.
My little brother, he clutched the airplane, and the instructor had to take off his arms and just throw them out of there. And the funny part is he let him become an airman, and he actually qualified to jump out by himself. I only did that tourist thing, but my little brother actually qualified. I think maybe only with static line, but
all right. So you guys hit the roof. CIA hits the roof like a ton of bricks, but he PLFs and kind of slides and makes it okay, saving his equipment. You guys come down, hit the roof pretty hard too, and you guys start shucking your gear, and you can hear that the city's just alive with gunfire. There's stuff going on all around. Not immediately in your vicinity by your building, but you quick release and try to shuck all your stuff off and get your weapons and stuff out and get out of it. And you're on a roof, obviously, and you can see tracer fire. You don't see in your immediate vicinity. You guys rock to your sectors of the building, check real quick. You don't see anything. as best you can see, you don't see anything in your immediate vicinity. Whoever's taken the south corner of the building, though, you can see that you can see that there is an APC or a tank in this intersection here. You can see where I just pinged.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's some sort of Russian vehicle. You'd have to spot it if you want to identify exactly what it is. Looks like they've got kind of a hasty like checkpoint set up. There's some wooden barriers kind of put up in a road, and like there's a tank and there's some road cones that are thrown out.
So is this a building where we're extracting the fella from?
Yep, he's in this building on the 3rd floor. Did you take notes to know what apartment he was on?
Yeah.
I already said 3rd floor. And I shouldn't have.
That's okay. So 3rd floor, apartment 26, the Polish version of Vista View, staying with his mother and his sister. But I'm assuming Intel, who speaks Polish, their flagpole, is taking the lead on that stuff. So we just have to, I'll flag for them that there's a Soviet checkpoint at the crossroads south of here. And a quick scan of that road to the west that goes west and then curves south towards Objective Roads. We're not picking up any activity there currently, is that right?
No, not yet.
Okay. Then let's get down the stairs. There's a rooftop entrance or mechanic entrance or something like that for the.
Yeah, there's a roof access.
Yeah.
You see it immediately.
It's obvious. Okay,
Yeah.
then we rendezvous there.
It's a center feed.
It's going to be locked.
No, it's a center feed like stairwell that runs up to the roof.
Around the elevator and mechanical shaft.
Yep. You hit it immediately. Notice that when you crack the door open, there's lights on inside. So the building, it would seem, has limited power, but not all the lights in the hallway are on. Some of them are busted out. There's like 1 or 2 that are flickering. Crappy, shitty Eastern European fluorescent lights. And let me activate this.
Hey, what do we do with our parachutes? Do we just pack them back in the bag?
You just leave them there. If you wait, yeah. What do you guys want to do with your parachutes?
Well,
do you want to just leave them on the roof, or do you want to pack
them together and throw them behind the ventilation shaft or something?
Well, would it not just be easier to leave them in the stairwell?
Yeah, you could do that.
So they don't get blown off down the road, and some Russian, like someone said in chat, nearby Russians noticed some cutaway parachutes floating down into the road.
But who controls the airspace? Does anyone control the airspace?
It's contested.
It's contested.
No,
so
you don't know.
It might be flown over by Russian planes.
No one's gonna see the parachutes.
Okay.
It's if they get found by like ground troops.
And even then, we're here for only as long as it takes to get this guy out of the building. Ideally.
Just crumble them together a little bit, dump them, and get down that roof.
Stuff them in the vent, and off you go.
Yep. Yeah, Blake will dutifully kind of help bundle things up and then be by the door.
All right, sweet.
M21 is slung. I've got the pistol out.
So yeah, you're
I forgot. Maybe I can look it up.
We forgot what?
It was Eckert. He's special forces. He's our rifle guy.
Yeah.
He's our rifleman.
He's your designated marksman.
Yeah, indeed.
Okay, so yeah, you move down the stairwell. What order do you guys want to move in? I mean, it's not important. You don't have to hash it out. Just so Eckert, I know when
you're on point.
Yeah.
Blake, right, machine gun. You coming right up behind him? Dog, I want you in the back. Or maybe no, you're more protected in the middle. I'll check our 6s, okay?
All right.
So, Eckert, you got point. Blake, you're second.
All right, so you move down the stairwell, and you guys want. I assume you guys just want to get out at the 3rd floor.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're going for room 326. You get out on the 3rd floor, crack the door, and you can hear talking, but it's coming from the hallway. You can hear Russian. Like you can hear someone speaking
Not
Russian
Polish.
and not Polish. It's not in the immediate area. Like you hear it muffled. Like it's somewhere in the hallways or wherever of wherever you're gonna come out. And you hear some banging. Like somebody's like banging on a door, banging on a
almost
wall.
like somebody's beaten us to the apartment and wants to get this guy out.
Correct.
Something like that.
Yeah, maybe.
Can we?
Could be.
Is it possible to? What kind of stairwell is supposed to? Is it possible to spot that?
No, it's not coming from the stairwell. It's coming from the hallways outside the stairwell.
We're on the 3rd floor.
Yeah.
Somebody's at the apartment. It sounds like.
Yeah.
So
Well,
we'll
there's
have
lots of
to
apartments. Could be.
take care of them.
Oh, like that.
There's loads of apartments. Okay, so
Yeah. Okay, I can. Well, yeah. I'm just not used to that kind of layout at all.
yeah,
Mm.
not supposed to be. It's supposed to be a surprise. All right, so it's supposed to be confusing. So there's by the way, all 6 floors look like this.
Nice.
The place is a zoo. All right,
so
so-
many interior
floor.
apartments with no windows. Gross.
Yes. Yeah. Eastern European block built. Functionality over yeah, there's no vista.
health.
There's no view in the vista.
The vista. Oh my God.
Only these apartments on the left and the right of the building have views.
Okay.
But
So-
they have to pay. They pay a
Right.
premium.
I was
though,
like,
you see.
guys, do we think they beat us to it? We're gonna do this double time.
So- Yeah, what you can do to try to figure out where before you guys start moving quick and moving whatever, you guys can make a recon roll.
Mhm.
So that recon roll is another group mechanic. The person with the worst recon, or excuse me, the person with the highest recon when making a reconnaissance check gets to roll for the group.
Mhm.
So whoever that is can roll recon.
I'm on a
And
D12
I
and
think
a
that's-
D6.
I'm D10, D8, but I get a +1 if trying to remain undetected. My hope is we can figure out where this apartment is, where these voices are, approach undetected, and take them out quickly and quietly.
yeah, so go ahead and roll your recon.
I think a D8, a D10 plus a D8 is better than a D12 and a D6.
Oh, there's a success.
Boom. Okay, so
I had a +1, so that actually turned something turned my D8 into a D10.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Okay, so you see up here. Wait, that's the measuring tool, Nathan.
Oh,
Excuse
so the pluses add to just change the die
should-
type rather than
Yeah.
adding a number. Right. Okay.
Exactly. Yeah, bonuses up the die type, or penalties reduce a die type.
That's cool.
Yep. Okay, so up here, directly up the hallway. This map is. Before I say, hold on a second.
Scale.
This map is to scale. Yeah, it is. Okay, it didn't change. Okay, so let me go ahead and ping. Up
Oh,
here,
yeah.
you see a team of Russian soldiers standing outside an apartment with what looks to be an officer. He's banging on a door and shouting in Russian. Can any of you speak Russian?
I think we talk. I speak Polish,
Polish. Okay, good.
so like
We-
kind of, and then I understand a little bit of Russian. Like
Okay, you can make out like he's upset, and you can make out like anything anybody says in Russian is sounds upset, but he's
what?
he's getting more and more agitated, and he can make out words like he's trying to get somebody out of the apartment. You keep
I really like your mother's cookies.
you keep hearing Albin. You assume he's talking about Albin Wozniak.
Mhm.
So you keep hearing Albin. You keep hearing the woman shouting in Polish on the other side of the door. She's shouting, "Go away! He's not here!" Stuff like that.
All good.
But I
Where are we
understand better
coming
than
from?
We're south of them.
You're down
ping
south
us?
down here.
Are we we're at the center crossroad? Okay.
Yeah, you're right there.
And our extraction, or our way out stairwell is.
There's plenty of stairwells around you. There's a
Okay.
center elevator. There's a center elevator bank there as well.
Okay.
So there's like 6 elevators right here, and stairwells.
Okay.
So,
Yep.
Where
And
would
there
the-
are.
I'm gonna suggest this out of character just to not make every call in character. Just because I don't want to bust you guys around. But would it be an idea to have Eckhart trained on anyone trying to break down the door, and then Blake and I will circle around and try to surprise him from the other side. We can maybe catch them in the crossfire with the Eckhart opening and us following.
My only concern,
Mhm.
let's see if I can do this. Is it shift hold for me? Yeah.
Yeah.
My only concern is if we're firing from here and here,
Mm-hmm.
we are shooting at each other.
Yeah.
So if you want to go around to either of the corners, like that corner, so that anybody who, if they back up for cover into that hallway, you got them in a crossfire there. But I don't like the idea of us shooting from either end of the straight hallway.
Makes sense. I also
James.
don't want to leave them unattended now that we got eyes on them.
Yeah. What's up,
because,
James?
I have an idea.
yeah.
Mhm.
Maybe we could find the breakers and turn the power off so there's no light.
Ooh, and then go nuts.
Oh yeah, they nodded up.
No, they're not knotted up.
Well then, yeah.
Then we're gonna go nuts.
And just to let you know, it's dark in here to begin with.
Mm.
Like I made the map specifically dark. Like if
Mhm.
you
Yeah.
if you look at the light.
It's not that dark, Nathan.
Oh, I know, because I didn't want to have to vision all the tokens.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? I didn't have to add, stuff for all the tokens.
This would
to be able
be
to see.
a lot
much
of
brighter.
walls.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I didn't want to draw the walls.
Oh man,
For sure.
that would take you hours on this map.
Yeah.
It would take no time. I
whatever.
could do it
James-
in
all
half
good.
an hour.
James
Okay.
loves doing that stuff. I don't. I tried it for just to do the hallways briefly, and I did about one section of a hallway, and I added about 7 doors, and I'm like, you know what? Delete all, scratch, forget it. I was like, I'm not doing it. Not doing it. Hold on a sec. Let me configure.
Sure. All right. So where would the breakers be, on the ground floor?
You know, you'd have to look. You'd have to search.
You
Breakers
said
break-
there's an officer and a group of soldiers. How many are we talking?
Well, you see what you see on the map there. 1, 2, 3, 4 soldiers and an officer. Now, I will give you an idea. You can, on either side of this hallway, you can, because this is a fairly easy shot.
Mhm.
It's 27 meters to the farthest guy. So
Yeah.
you could put a guy on each end of the hallway on their knees, leaning in and looking down the hallway, and you can have
Yeah.
a guy standing over the top of each of them. So all 4 of you could be in this intersection aimed at all those guys.
Yeah, we could do maximum firepower and try and wipe them all out
Yeah.
before they have a
this
chance to retreat.
intersection, from this intersection, and they would
Yeah.
just crawl behind the next corner and have cover. They could encircle us.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
So that's why I'm saying, if 2 of us are here and 2 loop around
Mm-hmm.
to
Yeah,
cut
yeah.
off any who try and back out, which could be Doc and Flagpole, and Parsons and I can take out the majority of them in the first pass. That's the hope.
So you're opening fire from here, from our current position, and Doc and I circle around to pick off any stragglers that try to encircle you.
either of these points, right? So that any survivors that want to back into this hall for cover get bushwhacked.
All right, I like that.
Yeah, sounds like a plan.
let me take the first shot because it's now.
Don't we need to get
You
in
can
position
decide.
first?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, for sure. So I'm giving you like a minute to get around there. It's
Well, you have radios as well.
okay.
Yeah, and
Radios.
Doc English, a minute is 60 elephants. Just
Metric seconds.
Get out of here.
It's lunar seconds.
Hang on. I've
Queens.
got some. Blake, I've got something here for you in my pocket. Hang on.
Yeah, I think I know what it is.
yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. I deserve that.
Okay. I am quietly sheathing the pistol and switching to the rifle. So it's far enough away that it's that rifle engagement will
So
work
can I
just
just?
fine.
Where are we going? Are we going there, or are we going there?
As we are going the first place. Like, see, how do you ping?
Just
I don't
hold.
know.
I mean, it,
Shift and
yeah, it's just
hold.
hold.
No, don't press shift because shift will just take
Okay.
us. If you hold left mouse button.
Right there. Okay, it's
Yeah,
to
yeah.
force the
Ping.
focus. Yeah, we're going that way around because then we don't have to cross
Exactly.
this
Right, but
and
are
make
we-
ourselves
are-
visible.
Are we using this wall for cover or what?
You won't need to. You can advance like even halfway along. You
Yeah, but-
could sit
If
there
I'm
for
worried
cover.
about this fella poking his head round the corner and spotting us.
Yeah, fair. Yeah, if you guys want to post up here, and the same as we are, stack one over the
Yeah.
other,
We're going to this
Um,
corner and then we're gonna proceed cautiously.
we'll
Okay.
let you know when. Well, you'll know because it's going to start going off as soon as you tell us you're in position.
Yeah.
It's gonna kick off.
Because
All
Doc, I want you here. Let's see there, and I will be right over there where I can find some cover, and we can.
Why have we gone over
Yeah.
there?
We'll still have a.
He's going across the hallway.
Have you got
basically.
the Nathan? Have you got them? Have you got the grid turned on or turned off?
No, it's turned off. You should be able to move wherever you want. Why does it keep skipping? I'm sorry, guys. Keep skipping
Music track?
I love the music though.
Jeez. Good
So you need to hit the circle. So just play the track
Yeah, I
that
did,
you want
but
to
it
play in,
switched.
and then hit the next to the track. There's a replay it button. So click that.
Yeah. Yeah, I got it. I did.
Oh, yeah, and if you want to move, guys, without like, if you want to move with like actual some sort of position, if you hold control to pick up your character, and then when you get to the end, just press spacebar, it will take. I don't know why it keeps doing that though. It seems not to be very accurate.
Yeah, so you can. So just know that when actual combat starts or when initiative starts, you guys can move in 10 meter hexes basically. So just know that your range for movements just measure 10 meters, and that's where you can, you know what I mean. That's where you can move.
Okay. It's a fair amount on this map. That's all right.
Yeah. James is. It's cool.
Okay.
I don't know
Well,
why it keeps doing that.
I'm ready to
I don't know.
shoot some people.
Oh, just by the way that I had to scale your tokens.
Hmm.
So you see this. You see that your token image is small, but your token bracket around your character
Yeah.
is big. That's where that's your actual token. Just the image is smaller to make it fit with the map.
Yeah.
I would
that's
make
fine.
it smaller, but when I updated Foundry, it doesn't. Like the Russian guys, when I click on them, their bracket is right around their token because, yeah, I had them set before I installed you guys and installed the update. Anyway.
All good.
Yep. So, you guys move down the hallway. You
Yeah.
can hear combat outside the buildings, real muffled.
Mhm.
And it's fairly quiet as you shuffle through. I'm gonna need James and Flag, or Doc and Flag need to make a recon roll to get into position without being detected. So it's not gonna be too difficult. I'm gonna give you a +1 to the roll, but whoever has the worst
Boom.
recon, no.
Nice.
When
Flag
you're-
is sneaky.
I'll just take those two. I know I got a +1. I'll just.
Who is
No, he
the-
was just saying it's whoever has the worst recon.
Who has
unfortunately.
whoever has the worst recon when you're stealthing.
Yep.
It's whoever has the worst recon rolls.
Of course.
Yep.
I'm not sure that's flag.
Is that gonna
How
be
you on
James?
that, dog?
Is that gonna be Doc?
Probably.
Nice D10 and a nice D6.
All right.
That'll
Did you
do.
add a plus? Is that with the +1?
Huh?
You get a
Is that with the
+1 on the roll.
Oh, in
You
that
get a
case, you're
+1 on the
tied.
So it'd be
gonna be
D10, D10, D8.
We both get
Yeah.
a +1, right? Then I'm on a D12 and a D8.
Yeah, you don't have to roll flag.
Yeah, it'll be Doc.
Oh, that's a shame because he got 2 successes.
Yeah, I was too quick.
Oh,
That'll
I
do.
got, I got no successes because I didn't roll.
You're good to go. All right, so you get into position.
got
Flag,
one
go ahead and
success.
move. Flag, go ahead and move your. Here, I'll move it up there.
My token, yeah,
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, you gotta be-
Slide this
you-
apartment. There
you gotta
you
be really what do you call it?
go. I don't know.
Break it down for me with the whole virtual tabletop because I never play with virtual.
okay.
tabletop.
In
Alright.
finding your token to move it.
Mm,
He's got it.
You're set
Where
up
to move
now.
Yeah, we're good to go.
like I try to take my character, but that's not no. Okay, yeah.
You're up there in the top left corner. Okay, so Blake and Douglas, you got, or Blake and Wynn, you guys can move your guys where you want them.
I think I'm where I need to be, and
I'm okay kind of leaning round over him. Like we can both okay on the same side.
Okay, cool. Yep.
Yeah, while they're sneaking into position, I'll go. So, Eckhard, which one you going for? I'm going for everything.
I'm
right.
going for
Uh,
everything.
I take out the if they're all fairly similarly equipped, then I take out the officer first, and
I
then
need to
work
remind
front
you
to
that
back.
we are in a building with civilians, and these are plaster walls.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why you hit the heads,
Um,
not the walls.
Also, you're American, so you don't really care about friendly fire.
Ooh.
Or
that's
collateral
why-
damage, you mean?
That's 100% not true, but go ahead. All right, go. All right, so let's do the first shooting roll of the game.
So
Win.
Mm,
yeah, let
someone
me,
help me with
kick it
getting a
off here,
token on the
because it's
on the map.
silenced. So I might actually get 2 shots off before they figure out what's going on.
Nice.
What
Yeah,
did you
silenced
say,
is silenced is.
I don't
It's
know how
not
to get my
it's
token
not-
on there.
It's not as silent as movies would lead you to believe.
Yeah, it's
Right.
nowhere
But-
near.
Definitely, definitely
Let's-
confusing.
Let's try not to talk over each other.
Sorry.
All right, Trey, go
So,
ahead.
Trey, what was you trying to say? Because
I was asking for help to get a token on the map.
your token is on the map.
Yeah.
It's
So
right. It's right
you're
there.
up here.
All right, I'm gonna zoom in. Why did it take so long?
My challenge when I zoom in is it doesn't zoom in where like centered on where I
Did you
want to be
guys
able
just-
to see.
Say
that's
my
weird.
token was here.
Yeah, it's right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you not see it?
Nope. Is it
It,
supposed to say black ball?
Yeah, it's the black ball. Zoom in on it.
If you
and
hover over it, you'll see 2 little
Oh,
bars.
it's the black. Okay, yeah, I
It's
see
a
it
blue
now.
bar and a green bar.
And it's just called flag. Yes, fair
Yeah,
enough.
The blue bar is your
Not really.
your
I'm
health, I think.
colorblind, so well,
Oh.
I should be able to
Ah.
say black. I just don't distinguish colors very well, even though I can see them.
Gotcha.
My brain
Okay.
don't sort things by color.
Okay.
So you'll
Alright.
know you're hovering over your token when you see the
Yes,
2
I do
bar,
now,
2
and
light
it
bars.
says flag, and I see 2 bars because I can
Yeah.
see that I've taken some hit capacity damage. Thank you very much. Carry on.
That's okay.
Cool.
So if we could do this. Always for owner. Bam. Update token. All right. So it should say flag without even clicking on it. Do you see it?
Yep.
All right. There you go. So it's going to stay like that. So you can set it to lock on, so you'll be able to see it. All right.
Thank you.
No problem. Foundry is benefits Foundry, everyone. Okay. So
I do prefer Foundry over virtual Roll20. Just saying.
other
Yeah.
over brand X. Oh,
It takes a lot more customization from what I can tell, but it's got a lot of versatility.
okay.
Yeah, I
So
agree with that.
So we ready here?
yeah. So when you can aim if you want to. You can aim as a slow action, and you get a +2 to your roll because you have a scoped weapon.
Isn't it aim is the fast action and fire is the slow action?
Yeah, but you're with a telescopic scope, you have to take a slow action, but you get a +2, and then theoretically in your next turn in combat, you then get the bonus and shoot. But we're going to hand wave that and say that, you know what I mean? Say you get the +2 if you take the slow action, or you can just shoot if you want to.
Okay. And I know in other situations, there'll be an Overwatch element too. But yeah, we'll just do the +2 on this.
All right, hold
So
on
what
a
does
sec.
rate of
James?
fire do?
So what rate of fire does is your rate of fire, like let's say on an M4, say it's 6. You can roll up to 6 ammo dice with your attack. What that does is if they're 1d6s, and if they roll a 1, they can, in the event of a push, they can damage your weapon because you're stressing your weapon by firing it too much, which doesn't really happen in real life, but it's good for the game. If you roll a 6 though, it counts as an extra hit towards damage. You actually have to hit with your skill for those to count, but it'll add extra points of damage to your roll. Also, it tallies up the numbers that are showing on the dice is how much ammo you expended in that attack. So you can make up, we call it accuracy by volume. You can make up for poor shooting by just shooting a whole bunch of bullets at something. If you choose not to use your ammo dice in an attack, that just means you fire 1 bullet. And if you miss with an attack, you don't hit, but your ammo dice show up as 6s, then those can suppress targets, can suppress the enemy, and NPCs are automatically suppressed.
All right, I'm gonna go over the radio and go spend those tax dollars.
One moment. Just one question. Doc,
Yep.
How good is your shooting? Like you're a marksman?
I'm a doctor.
Doc says,
Doc,
I'm a doctor, not a soldier.
I think in character creation, we made everybody fairly capable in a firefight.
Doc says, I'm good enough for government work.
I like to take aim now.
Who are we aiming at? Do we need to aim at someone though? That's the problem.
Yeah, you can't aim at anybody.
If we're just aiming down a hallway.
Okay.
Which you could
but
do.
if I can finish.
Oh, sorry.
The lamp. Guys, I want to shoot out the lamp.
The lamp?
Nice.
Oh, do you mean the lights?
The lights, yeah.
Yeah. I will tell you, the lights are pretty miserable. Like between I'm just gonna let you know how dark it is in here. Between like you and the Russians, there's that light there.
Exactly.
They can't really see past that light into the darkness where you're sitting.
Okay. I was thinking if I take that out, I'll leave them in complete. Fair enough.
It's okay. They could go on Overwatch though, right? Which is what their role is in this encounter.
Yeah, they could actually go on Overwatch, and anybody that pops in that hallway, you guys can then attack.
All right. I want to go on Overwatch then.
All right.
What I'm going to do as well then.
Do we want our nozzies down?
Oh yeah, your nods are down. Yeah, your nodsies.
Nozzies.
Dogs just flip. These are great.
Yeah. And the advantage of Overwatch, it means it gives you automatic initiative to shoot anyone who's entering into the arc of your Overwatch.
Exactly.
All right. So there is very little light, and it wouldn't give us an advantage to actually pop that fixture.
All right. So is Blake shooting at the exact same time that Wynn shoots?
Yeah, if that's what I'm told to do, that's what I'm going to do.
As soon as you see somebody drop, you fire away.
Okay.
For adding ammo on the roll, if I want to do it, like follow up with another quick shot, effectively, am I clicking add a hit die in the dialog box?
No, it should be ammo die. Let me see what it looks like. I got to see what it actually looks like on your sheet first before I tell you to look at gear, M21, attack. Please insert a magazine.
I got the same thing.
All right. Jeez.
Oh, you're clicking on the weapon to roll. I was clicking on the skill. That's why.
No. Click on the weapon to roll. Yeah. Why is it doesn't have a magazine insert?
You have to go into the actual. You have to edit the weapon,
Yeah.
and then under magazine there is a drop down where you let you choose one of your 5.56 max.
This is wild.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I gotcha.
I'm glad I just checking. I
that's
clicked
crazy.
attack just to make sure what happened, and it was like you need to add some ammo.
That's
have
very
I got
cool.
ammo in my one? Hang
Whoops.
on, let me.
Don't mind that roll.
I'm not going to vow. I don't want to vow. I'll find out. We'll
That's
find out.
crazy detail, dude.
It is pretty wild.
Attack.
I mean, in the Deadlands game I ran,
Okay.
it kept track of people's shots,
Yeah.
and the amount of times
Yeah.
that they were like, click, click, click. Oh, you need to reload your gun. Shit.
All right. So, I assume you're going to use a sniper as a modifier.
Yeah.
Your rate of fire is
2.
You want to use 2.
The rate of fire is 2, which means I can add a die, right?
You can add 2.
Or add
You
2?
can add 2 dice.
Okay.
Yeah. You're going to slide that. So under you see where it says the formula 1d12 plus 1d10 rate of fire is a slider. You can slide that up to decide how much ammo you want to use.
Go for
And
9.
add a hit die is
I'm
just
clicking stuff and oh, here we go. Let's see. There we go. Gotcha.
and add a hit die is just that stays checked. If you hit it, I think it automatically rolls like where you hit.
Okay, so that's interesting. That means unless there's penalties, I don't need to aim. Because I've already got a +1 for sniper, which puts me at D12 plus D12.
Yep.
Okay, so we're going to see.
If you had penalties to shoot, like shooting on the move, shooting at moving targets. So real quickly, in this game, incredibly detailed with setting up combat and stuff. The things that you have to keep in mind, again, I'll state this again. I don't know if I stated it last stream, but you have to state when the modifiers for shooting something in the game. You have to take into account your position and what you're doing. If you're aiming, if you're in a steady, firing position, or if you have any bonuses or minuses to your condition. You have to think about the weapon system that you're using to shoot, like rate of fire, the accuracy, not the accuracy, but if you're, what the bonus is for aiming or not aiming or whatever. And then you have to take into consideration your target. Is it moving? Is it prone? Is it standing? What is it doing? There's no real modifiers for your position. There's no unless you're using your sniper skill or you're actually aiming. There's no like penalties that you take into the shot because it's fairly straightforward. 20 meters away, standing target who's unaware of your presence. Normally, I would just say you make the shot. Who do you want to kill?
Right.
But because this game is kind of, we do all this talking and do all this sorting, whatever, just for him to click this roll to find out he's going to drill some guy in the grape. He's going to bust someone's grape right now. But we want to do this this is our dry run, our first shot of the game. What's up, James?
Grape. What?
Head.
Grape. He's going to
We
bust
call
someone
that
with
a
grape.
melon.
Oh yeah, but he's gonna.
Yeah, I think somebody's grapes is different in
in America. In
grapes would be
It's
their
a
bollocks.
non-lethal but really nasty shot.
In America, we call it bust him in the melon, bust him in the grape.
We call it
If you hit him
berry.
if you hit him in the grapes, that's the balls.
Got it.
Yeah.
So
Whatever.
with this additional rate of fire, if I eliminate the first target, am I able to transfer my fire to a second target in the same
No,
angle?
not unless you have a fully automatic weapon.
Not fully, no. Okay. So officer's going to drop fast. I probably don't even need the additional rate of fire, but we'll see what happens when you.
I wouldn't
max it out.
use it.
No, you saved my ammo.
Yeah.
Okay. Then let's see what happens to dude's head.
Do you want to take a called shot?
How does that work?
Called shot to the head, and you take. I think it's a -2.
Oh, okay. I will take the called shot of -2, and I will aim for the +2, which cancels each other out.
Yep. And then you go bust him in the grape, right, James?
Excuse me.
Here we go.
Oh,
my
Jesus
God.
Christ.
That'll do.
Yeah. So you take aim, watch your breathing, and then squeeze off around.
Yeah.
Your bullet zips past Russian soldier zips between Russian soldier 1 and Russian soldier 2 there in the credits. That's what they're listed as. Russian soldier 1 and Russian soldier 2, and hits Russian officer right in the face. It hits and takes him clean off his like mid knock. He's knocking on the door, and all of a sudden a silenced gunshot, which is not very silenced. Anybody outside the building or like a couple doors down or inside a house or whatever didn't hear the shot. But every single buddy else in this hallway, the Russian soldiers and the other guys heard the bullet basically break the sound barrier.
Yeah.
They didn't hear the discharge out of the weapon, but they heard the whip crack of the bullet, which sounds like a very loud bull whip.
Does it stop the muzzle flash as well?
Yeah, he doesn't have muzzle flash.
Yeah, flash suppressor takes care of that. So 1 down.
All right, so let's do this.
This is fun.
How does damage or hit work in this? Looks like hit location was torso, but we said a called shot to the head.
Call shot to the head. He's dead. He's deader than disco. So let's go. Let's do this. In combat. And let's go, you guys. In combat. And let's go, you guys. In combat. All right. So combat has started. My music has stopped for some silly reason.
No, it's just really
We
quiet.
hear it.
Just turn it up.
Yeah.
You just got to turn it up. It was really quiet for me, so I had to turn it up.
Yeah, well, it goes out after a little while on me. I have to keep toggling the volume to get it to activate again. Okay, so yeah, here we go. Boom. So now that you fired the first shot, let's have Blake fire his shot. What he's gonna do, and then we'll roll for initiative and go down the chart.
When you say shot, you mean shots.
Shots, yeah. So you want to shoot with a machine gun. You want to shoot 5 to 7 round bursts, unless you're going for unless you get like, so what we do, you know how you time 5 to 7 shots? You say a phrase when you shoot, and it's called kill a family of 5. That's what you say. That's about, when you shoot a machine gun, that's about 5 to 7 shots. That sentence, or you just get used to it and you fire 5 to 7
Blake
bursts.
says that and then thinks about his newfound morality system and goes, I'm gonna need a new thing to say. I don't feel comfortable with this anymore.
Especially when we're shooting into the walls of an apartment.
Yeah.
Like,
So
rainbows and lollipops.
Should I drag rate of fire up to 6 then? Is that what I should be doing?
Well, let's look at the rules real quick. Do you want to hit more than one person?
I would quite like to kill all of these people. Although
Alright,
I am going to try not to go through walls.
All right. You would have thought that I would have looked the rules up for full auto fire.
I mean, there's a lot going on in this game.
There's a lot going on. I didn't. So hold on just a second. Let's look at the rules real quick.
Well, good. That's what this is for. We're learning the game.
Yeah.
Exactly. Ranged combat. Damage, critical injury, quick shot, aiming, range, stance, cover, called shots. Oh, look at that. I remember the called shot rule, -2 modifier. Machine guns. 3 types of machine guns is LMG, general purpose weapons. You have an LMG. You don't have one-handed shooting because you're going to fire this like a boss. Oh, come on. Combat damage. Let's look at rate of fire. I'm sorry, everybody.
It's okay. It's adding to the tension.
We could go have a break. We could go on a break.
Oh yeah, you're right. It is break time.
Also,
Is it really?
it's a complex game. I've been impressed. Let me tell you, Nathan, I've been impressed how much you just remember of the rules without looking anything up. So it's like the first time you have to go back. Don't apologize.
I didn't look at. I purposely read over combat rules and stuff today. I just did not look at. Okay, here, ammo dice. If you use no ammo dice at all 1 round, if your attack hits, check only. If your attack misses, pushing reliability, weapon jam, ammo spent, reloading, tracking ammo. Hold on a sec. Yep.
You actually use the heavy weapon skill.
If your attack hits, checking only the base dice, each bullet on your ammo dice can be used to either increase damage, we know that, or to trigger an additional hit on the same target or a secondary target in the same hex. So Emerson, Doug, you could have triggered a second hit on somebody.
Oh,
If
would have chosen to.
if you used ammo. You cannot choose a secondary target that would be harder to hit directly than the primary target.
Yeah.
And
No,
each
no, that's my-
additional hit inflicts base damage on a random hit location. Okay, yeah, that's the same as regular hitting, not calling a shot. And the damage increased by 1 for each further spent on it. Yeah.
Right. My
can never
thought was shoot the officer, then shoot the closest soldier.
Yeah, you can never hit more targets in your rounds. We'll just say that Blake jumped the gun and fired immediately. So Blake, go ahead and let rip with your machine gun.
So I've taken rate of fire to 6.
Excellent.
I've ticked the button for machine gunner because I am. Do I get anything else for, like, have I been able to take my time to get ready?
Yeah, you had to take the fast action in order to aim, so that you could, or is it slow? Fast action shooting is slow. Take your fast action to aim, so you don't get your -2 penalty for shooting unsupported with your machine gun. And go ahead and fire. Oh,
That's
it's
a
so
lot of
many
dice. Oh no! Is that seriously?
You didn't get a hit. Okay, so you're gonna want to push this probably.
I am, because I'm not having that. That's not
Right.
okay.
Oh my god!
So that was no successes, and is that a 1? So that would be bad, right?
That's the one. No. The one only takes reliability away from your weapon if you fail your push.
Okay.
So you're okay.
So I just hit push. I can go again.
Push it, yeah. It'll roll the dice that didn't. There we go.
That'll do it.
Why is that so slow?
I don't know.
Yeah,
what's-
Okay, so I got 3 successes, but I did get a weapon jam.
Yes, that's just a fast action to clear it. But you'll
Okay.
do that on your turn when we start initiative.
So yeah, what happens with 3 hits?
3, 6. Did you get any hits on the ammo dice? You got no hits on the ammo dice.
God damn.
All right, but you spent 15 rounds and you stitched a dude up hard and fast.
And dropped 15 rounds downrange.
So
Jesus.
what is the damage to what is the damage to, and you hit him where? You hit him in the arm?
Arms.
Yeah, you hit him in the arms. So yeah, you blasted him. All right, what is the what's your damage for your weapon?
It is 2.
2. And 1 success counts and 2 bonus, so you did 4 points of damage to him. Let's look at this dude and see how much damage he has. Oh yeah, that's great. He goes down in a like a slump. Stats.
What does that do in terms of suppression for the rest of them? Oh, he didn't get any hits on the ammo dice. So
Yeah, didn't get
not
any hits on the
suppressed?
ammo dice. Yeah. So
Okay.
Yeah.
he fired. You fired. It's been a while. It's been a while. So yeah, you like that guy. And fortunately for Russian soldier number 2, Russian soldier number 1 catches most of the bullets. So some of your shots hit the hull, but these guys just hit the walls and bullets travel down walls. Some of these guys are standing in the center of the hallway, so none of your follow-on shots like actually hit anybody. But you rip these rounds straight past these guys, and now we're gonna roll for initiative.
And whoever lives in here is having a bad morning.
Yeah,
Yeah, they should probably step away from the door. I mean, that would be the obvious.
this guy's out. This
And they're
guy's
right.
down.
'Cause
All right.
if they were at the door, you won't hit them because the door is there or there.
Yeah, no, that's right. Where are we rolling initiative?
But they
You don't
might
have
be
to.
watching television, so you might have just killed 2 families.
I will. No, it's okay. His bullets hit side walls and stuff and add impact on that thing. You're okay. And I'm going to. Where's that? Is that roll for everybody? Reset initiative.
At least that's what
Roll
he's
an
telling
NPC.
himself at night.
Roll all.
Yeah, Blake is going to take moral, kind of psychological moral damage at some point. That is coming. Whether or not we could get through the first fight without trauma.
All right. So I have I have a thing installed so that you can change your initiative modifier. If you double click your initiative score inside the encounter combat tracker off to the right, if you double click it, you can it'll highlight it and you can just add in what your initiative is. So if I tell you to adjust your initiative for like Overwatch or something, that's how you do it.
How do we do it?
Double
Sorry,
click.
can you walk through that?
Go to the encounter. It's the
second
fist.
the fist.
Yeah,
Yep.
I'm on it. Yeah, I right.
All right.
If you right click it, by the way, you can open up a little box.
Cool.
Yeah,
You can double click your initiative value. Double click it, and
Okay.
you can manually add it. Oh, then
Okay.
only I can. Cool. Never mind then. Only I can. But I can manually adjust it. Okay. Never mind then. I thought everybody would be able to do it.
And the second Soviet soldier who's at 6.1 and has the little fallen person symbol beside him, is he the guy who just got shot?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's prone. And the other guy's
And
dead. I took
bleeding
him
out?
off. I took him off combat
So
tracker.
having shot, do I need to specify that I'm then kind of pulling back and flattening myself against the wall, or is that kind of a given?
You'll do that on your next turn, but
Okay.
yeah. So right now you're just your head, your shoulders, and hands, like arms are
Okay.
basically exposed.
Cool.
You leaned out, braced the weapon, fired, and then you can go full cover in just a second when it's your go. Where's this guy? Oh, so it's his turn. Yeah. So Soviet soldier number 2, the Russian soldier 2,
Mhm.
just saw his friend get. Wah! He just sees his friend get whatever. He is
And he
going
felt
to.
a rain of brains from behind him.
Yeah, he's just he felt bullets go past his head. He just saw his buddy, Sergey, no. Sergey gets shot in the arm and stitched up and dropped. You have kids. So
Oh God!
just he drops.
Who's gonna feed your
doesn't
dog?
speak Russian.
He drops down and he's messing with his gun, getting his weapon to get fired, but he kind of can't get it up in time. But he's trying to he took a knee and he's trying to get his weapon up, and he's trying to grab his friend who's down there, trying to pull him, but he doesn't see where the fire came from yet, and so that's what he's going to do.
Nope.
Soviet, wait, no, that was him. Okay, yeah. Soviet
Initiative's working from the top down, so high number goes first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So guy that's prone on the ground, he's not doing anything this turn. And Blake, it is your turn.
So my machine gun's jammed, right?
Yes.
So what do I need to do to unjam it?
All right, so what you need to do is you need to pull back on the charging handle, locking the bolt to the rear, then return the charging handle forward. Lift the feed tray cover up, clear the belt and the links off the gun, lift the actual where the rounds sit, lift that tray up, look inside, sweep anything that's out of there, drop that back down, put the rounds back on the tray, drop the feed tray cover.
Oh, like a printer. Yeah,
Yeah.
Exactly like a
Very
printer.
much like a
printer.
But it's a good idea to do
Yeah,
that
yeah.
once you've fallen behind the wall into hard cover. So
Yeah,
your
so-
slow action would be take cover, and your fast action.
So there
would be
is
clear the
Nathan?
jam.
There's just hold on. There's a mechanic in the game for clearing jams and stuff, but all we're gonna do is it takes a fast action to do it. Because all of that, in the middle of a gunfight, soldiers are practiced for if they have like reliability or weapon stuff. So all you need to do is roll your heavy weapon skill. If you succeed, you clear it with a fast action. If you don't succeed, then you're gonna have to take more time to fix it.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
broke beyond the scope of. So go ahead and just roll off your skill. Just roll a heavy weapon skill.
I actually like how they made it so that if you're skilled with guns, it's a smaller problem than if you're not skilled with guns.
For sure.
So that's one success.
All right, you're good to go. You clear it.
And so
That's
from
your
a kind
fast
From a
action. You have a slow action still to spend.
and spraying people full of bullets, slow or fast?
Slow action.
I mean, kind of feels like
But you're going to take a -2 because you're not taking a fast action to brace the gun.
Still
all.
worth it in this.
That's
Yeah,
all.
yeah.
Still worth it.
'Cause
Yeah,
you're getting
still,
your plus. It's only a -1 because you've got your +1 from machine gun.
okay,
Yeah.
cool.
It'll downgrade one die.
still worth.
So it's just so I take it to -1, but I hit machine gunner, so that will kind of cancel it out. That's right.
-2.
So it was on 1, and I hit that down twice.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Yeah. And I guess because when you've got a hammer, everything looks like a nail. I'm rate of fire 6 again.
Yeah, I mean, you got 600 rounds, so go ahead.
Yeah, why not?
And if we
Oh,
can
look at all
eliminate
those
more of these
dice.
guys before they act.
So that's 1 hit, bracket 1. So is that one of the bonus?
That's one of the ammo dice. Yeah, one of the ammo
Yeah.
dice hit. So you could hit 2 guys if you wanted to, and both of them are going to take 2 damage to the torso.
Well, I guess guy on the.
Do you want to shoot the guy that was kneeling, or do you want to shoot prone guy, and guy that was kneeling?
Yeah, I'll split it up a bit. Yeah. So guy
Alright.
guy on the floor and the kneeling guy.
All right. So yeah. So you shoot and then transition down. You just transition up and tag both those guys. So guy on the ground is dead because he only had 1 hit point. So he's now deader than Disco. And Russian Soldier 2 says, "No, Sergey, your children," gets 2 damage. All right.
Yeah, and I guess
We're-
it's a
and
free
they're
action.
not- We're
What's
not
up?
wearing flak jackets or anything.
No, they're not wearing armor. So you don't, that's, well, I'm not going to explain that. Never mind. You'll have to figure that out on your own.
Cool.
Flag, it is your turn. You're still going to
Turn.
enact Overwatch, correct?
Yep.
All right. So we will manually adjust. I mean, we don't have to manually adjust your initiative anyway because you're where you're at. And win your turn.
Right. We'll add the extra dice just to see what happens.
All right.
3
3 targets
just-
visible.
So working front to back. Oh no, they said the additional targets if they're easier to hit. Are soldiers 3 and 4 still standing because they haven't acted yet?
Yeah. They're still standing. Everything's
Yes.
the same difficulty to hit.
Okay, so it's all good. So yeah, we'll.
These guys
Yeah.
thought they were the only guys in the building with guns, so you took them by surprise. They weren't expecting coxswain commandos to be parachuted onto the roof and attack them.
Funny how that works.
They thought, yeah, we'll just go up here, knock on this door, get this Albin kid, get the hell out of here. Be home in time for cornflakes.
That's what we're hoping to.
So let's see what happens. So
Heck
2
yeah.
hits, but no ammo hits.
Yep, no ammo hits. So it's been
Okay.
7 rounds. Hit. Are you aiming for the first guy there?
Yeah, I was working front to back. So prone
Okay.
guy who knows where we are.
No, prone guy doesn't get hit. It's the guy who's taking a knee. So you hit him.
Alright.
How much damage does your gun do?
3, I want to say. Yep.
All right, so now it does 4. So you hit him square in the chest, and he goes down, never to live ever again. He kind of slumps up against the. You hit him, and the 7.62 is a heavy bullet. It
Yeah.
hits him, goes straight through him, like clips his spine, shuts him off like a light, and he just hits the ground. And he didn't have long to mourn for his dead friend Sergey.
Dimitri is now joined.
And Doc, it is your turn. I assume you want to Overwatch.
Yeah, I'll just Overwatch.
All right.
Yeah, I'll just Overwatch the junction, right, just there.
Okay. Soviet Soldier 3 decides he's had enough of. He knows what to do in a firefight, so he's going to fire blindly down the hallway at the big machine gun muzzle blast that he saw. So that's going to be Blake. But he's going to take some minuses because of low light and everything else.
And we're in half cover, right?
Okay. Yep, but that just limits where he can hit. If the 2-hit roll says torso or like legs, it's not going to count.
Okay.
Only
nice.
arms and head, because your arms and head are out,
Exposed. That makes sense.
and he's going to take minuses to his attack.
Now, because we're stacked and he's shooting blindly downrange, it could theoretically hit either of us, right?
Well, he's correct. He's looking for he's shooting at a muzzle
Looking
flash
for the
right now.
machine gun. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. He is going to fire. He's going to use a little bit. He's going to use some ammo dice. He's basically he looks and he rocks a bunch of rounds off without looking, like in the general direction of the muzzle flash, and he's gonna flee up top.
Yeah,
Ooh.
around the duck around the corner. This is a Han Solo firing retreat.
And he doesn't hit anything.
That went
But
well.
Blake, yeah, you look like as you see this guy fire, and you could feel like you hear the whip crack of bullets pass right by your face, as this almost, because he rolled hit location head, which would have been bad. So he fires a 5-round burst, and he flees up the hallway into the line of fire of the other two.
When would we have to roll coolness under fire?
What's up?
When would we have to roll coolness under fire?
If you get shot at and hit.
Okay.
But right now, none of his ammo dice scored hits, and none of his other stuff scored hits.
Okay.
So you'd roll coolness under fire. Make sure when you roll a coolness under fire that you click the unit morale button as well on there. Check that. Make sure that's checked before you roll, so it rolls both dice.
It's what we use to resist being suppressed, right?
Yeah. If he'd have hit, or if his ammo dice would have rolled a 6s, then it would have been. All right, so who wants to take the shot on the first Soviet soldier, or do you guys gonna kind of bide your time and wait?
They on Overwatch they get to jump the initiative order, right?
They do, but you guys can wait if you want to. If you want to wait until more targets come into the hallway, it's kind of like you're sitting there and you hear the gunfire. You see one guy run out, and then he stops and hides by the wall. Then you see like the second guy run out and stops by the wall, and then you guys attack. Or you could just start shooting right now if you want to.
Two things. I don't think either me as a player or Flagpole has the patience. There's a target opportunity. I'm gonna fire. Also, sure, lure more out, but them being the psychological part of them being caught in the crossfire, like the next guy knows that it's not safe to run out there. So I'm gonna pop up a shot.
Okay, go ahead. He's not gonna in a gunfight. It happens that quick.
Doc isn't.
He's
Doc
not
is
going to know
actually-
where this second shot
Doc-
comes
Yeah,
from.
No,
he's
so he
gonna-
might. So the next guy might run out and let Doc have a shot. I'm gonna roll it here. There's no modifiers to it. Is that
They
correct?
have a bonus for their opportunity or their Overwatch, or that just
No,
is an
he gets to
initiative
take.
impact?
He gets if he wants, he can take the fax action to aim, but then that's just so he doesn't get a minus to his roll.
-2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna roll straight up.
That'll do.
Heck yeah, you hit him.
One hit. Oh yeah,
Alrighty.
I forgot. I meant to pop out the 2 ammo dice, but we just take one.
All right, you fire once. So you have a silencer on your M4, right?
I don't remember. I didn't.
You
write
do,
it on
I
the
think.
I
character
thought
sheet.
you do. It's only you and Win that have silencers.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, you fire a whip crack. Your weapon does how much damage?
Shit.
It does 2 damage.
2 damage. Yow.
Was
You
it
got
crit
1
3?
success, right?
I got 1
Criticals 3,
success.
yeah, but
Yes.
criticals don't worry about. Enemies don't get critically hit.
Hmm.
They just get like auto suppressed and auto killed. All right. Soviet soldier number 4. He was like, I took this. This wasn't a speaking part in this movie, but there is a good stunt roll.
There's a good craft service table, so it was worth it.
Yeah, he's gonna move. He's gonna move around the. Why am I? Move him around the corner. He's going to move around the corner. He sees his friend like just took around, so he moves like he's trying to run too. He moves around the corner. I know. He moves around the corner with his weapon up, ready to face like whoever's shooting at his buddy and try to make space in that hallway, to a safe space in that hallway. But Doc, it's your
I'm gonna shoot him
your Overwatch.
with my M4.
Heck yeah.
You want to
Your
pump
M4.
None silenced.
You wanna use
the
it?
Oh, do you have a different weapon? You have an M4 and Flag has an M4A1.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to pump in those extra ammo dice, see if you can hit both of them? Or at least take one down?
So rate of fire is
Cool.
what? Where's my rate of fire?
3.
Is 3. So I can put 3 shots in this, right?
No,
Yeah.
you put 3 dice.
3
but
dice.
It
That could be
It
18.
could be up to 18 shots, yeah, depending on. But if he does that, he'd ice both of them.
Fuck it, yeah. Let's
If he
just
hits.
let's just fire.
Yeah,
let's
let's do
just,
that.
let's just- I'm
Yes,
just gonna
James.
do-
Thank you. That's how you do combat. Max ammo dice, max rate of fire. Combat is the expenditure of resources
Do I
in
get
order
any
to eliminate a
modifiers?
threat. No, there's no negative, no pluses.
Right, I'll just hit roll then.
Boom.
Nice.
Heck yeah.
Hang on, what does that mean?
You got
got
another ammo
6.
dice.
You got one hit
Yeah, that's
and one
one hit.
ammo dice hit.
Yeah, and you hit the guy in the torso. So how much damage is that? Well, it's how much damage does your weapon do? 2?
Damage is 2, yeah.
It is 2, yeah. So it's a 3 total damage on that guy. And he is suppressed.
What does the ammo dice do? Because I got a hit on the ammo dice as well.
Yeah,
that moves it from 2 damage to 3, and it
Yeah.
suppresses him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's also a critical hit, so he's like out of the fight. So I think your critical for the M4 is 3 as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, you rolled a crit. You jacked him up. He's got a sucking chest wound.
So he's very suppressed. Now, if a guy beside you gets suppressed, what does that do for Soldier 3?
A soldier 3 suppressed as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just kind of in a hard place right now.
Yeah, well, if he didn't get around the corner enough, he's in a very hard place.
Dead. So Blake, it's your turn.
Yeah, I'll shoot the remaining
Right.
guy.
What is the range on your machine gun?
6.
6 hex. Wow, so that's 60 meters. That makes sense. Yeah, so the range on there is how many hexes you can shoot for short range.
Yeah.
And then double that for medium and triple that for long, which is -1, -2, -3 respectively.
So on
So-
this, is he still within standard
Yeah,
range?
hold on. I am measuring. He's 30
30.
meters away. He's good to go.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, you're like right behind my old 0 target. Clack, 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 clack.
And this time I can use my other action to brace it. Is that right? So
Yep,
it just
you don't take a -2.
cool. And always fire 6.
Yes.
He's got that tattooed on him somewhere.
So that's no hits. So can I push that?
Push it.
Yeah, push it because you
I
didn't
have
get
a
me
funny
once.
Roll. You can
I
you can
think Blake is cross-eyed.
you can toast your. It's interesting. The push rolls are where it has trouble.
Ooh,
Push rolls are slow.
2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Is
Okay, so
any-
that's
I know why.
And-
One
oh,
hit
that
and
comes up with
one bonus. So which takes my damage to 3, which is a crit on this weapon.
Yeah.
Yep. And that eliminates this guy.
Yeah.
What's up?
Oh yeah, they don't wear armor, but it's a crit if you deal 3 damage after reduction.
Good to know.
After damage reduction, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
good to
yeah.
know.
So it's important if you go up against armor 1, 2, or 3 guy.
Yeah.
You'll
Which
notice
is why
how-
we are wearing armor.
You like to notice
right.
how weaker weapons have a lower crit rating. So a pistol crits at 2,
Mhm.
but a rifle crits at 3, just because it's more likely that the rifle actually gives. So they crit more or less the same.
Same frequency. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, Blake turns to Win and goes, "Look, I'm really sorry. I think I'm a bit off today. Like the whole thing took 2 seconds longer than it should have done, and that's on me.
Do better.
Yeah, no, I will.
Do
I
better.
feel like I'll let you down.
Be better, boy. All right, yeah. So and combat is over with. The guy that is up there that's prone has been shot through straight through his chest, and he's like struggling. He's not even like reaching for his weapon. His weapon's like on the ground next to him, and he's kind of like he's trying to like figure out how he can move, but he's been damaged, so he's trying to figure out what he should do. He can't really move, and you can hear him screaming, and he's wounded.
I'm a medic. Do I go
Or a
over
medic.
and fucking patch him up? Is that what I'm supposed to do?
Do you?
Yeah, I think I do.
All right, you
I'm
do.
moving up as well. And as I get up with Doug, I kick his weapon away and I train my weapon on him, like not on Doug, but on the Russian. But I let Doug do his thing. I mean, that's you.
All right, so yeah, you move up Doc, Doc's still covering him as well. You move up and
Yeah,
see that he's been blasted straight through the center of his chest, like his diaphragm's been messed up. His lungs probably, because as soon as you can hear him breathing, and you can hear fluid filling his lung as he's breathing.
Oh, okay. He might be
I
dead.
guess.
Is he dead?
Eckhart and Blake.
He's not going to survive, is he?
And you're a professional. He's going to need a surgeon and a hospital, and it's not under your mission parameters to patch this guy up and bring him to a hospital. So you
can leave him here and he'll bleed out slowly, or you can put him out of his misery.
Yeah.
I was going to put some morphine in him and just
send him on that good ride.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Give him a lollipop. Question. I guess that Eckhart and Blake, they kind of like radioed in hallway, all clear of baddies.
Yep.
Because we can't actually see. We don't have visual.
Yeah.
We just know that two guys popped out, but we can't keep count of.
Yeah, we turned them all
said
into
three
like a
down
red
earlier.
mist.
Yeah, you hear tango down.
Take it down.
As he
you
fired
don't
like
say.
almost 30 rounds.
you don't say. Okay, moving on.
Clear. Parsons, can you watch our 6 in this hallway?
Yeah, sure. How far
deal
back?
with this mess and get our guy.
Yeah.
Just be looking down towards the intersection, basically.
Yeah, got it.
I'm gonna look what Doc does if he's trying to save him, but if you bring out the morphine, I'm gonna intervene.
All right, Doc. What do you do?
In what way are you intervening? Do you know what morphine looks like? I mean, you're not.
If you bring anything out, then bandage it. But maybe, I don't know what morphine looks like. I'm thinking a syringe or something like a small injector.
Yeah.
But maybe even before we get to that, I'm just gonna press my knee down on this guy's arm, and I'm gonna go English.
He's not even responding. He's like out of it. He could barely breathe. He's got that 1,000-yard stare where he's not really taking
I'm gonna take a step back. I'm just gonna check my sectors and let Doc do his thing, whatever he's doing.
You hear a voice from the hall beside you. Flag. Mission priority. You say flag. Mission priority is over here.
Mission perimeters over here.
Mission priority is over here. I've moved down to the apartment. But I don't speak Polish.
Nathan, I'll put a cap in his head or something.
Okay, so what you need to do is you need to roll empathy. And you need to fail it.
That's why I'm not doing it, because it'll be hard for me to fail an empathy roll.
You're both good at it. I will take care of it if neither of you can.
Well, I found that.
Oh,
that's
good.
A fail. All right, you take 1 point of stress. And Doc kind of just moves up. Here's the I forget what type of breathing it is when the lungs collapse and like you can hear but you do the mental math real quick and you just go, you hear a lot because his weapon's unsilenced. You hear a loud crack as he puts a bullet to this guy's head.
I'd use a pistol, obviously. I wouldn't use
Oh, that's right. You got an you got an M9.
I'm gonna
executioner pistol, don't you?
So I was about to say you got an execution weapon, yeah.
I'm gonna poke Doc with my.
So Doc walks up, just slings his M4, pulls his pistol out, and just kind of walks by like, "Bap."
I'm gonna poke Doc with my elbow, like still holding my M4. Like, yeah, if you didn't do that, I would do it. Anyways, move on. Mission priority. Move on.
Yeah, so you have Mark 1 stress on your character sheet.
I've done it.
Okay, cool. All right. Yeah. The Russians, if you're interested, the Russians have what do they have on them?
AK-74.
Yeah, I'm looking. Yep, AK-74s and 2 magazines, 1 in the weapon and 1 spare magazine.
Just and that's 7.62.
No, it's 5.45. It doesn't fit any of our weapons.
Yeah.
But if you want to take the weight of an extra weapon to have an assault rifle, you could, but
no thanks.
They're not light.
But it's fine because we're all going to get picked up soon and go back to base and carry on fighting the war. So it's fine.
Yeah, that's totally how this game works.
Yeah.
Priority.
Parsons is covering, we'll call it south. I'm gonna rifle through the officers' gear if there's any orders or intel on them. I won't know what any of it says. I'm just gonna grab it.
I'll be knock on the door.
Yeah.
You're a woman speaking Polish to you.
Okay, I can speak fluent Polish like I'm a native.
Cool. She says, "Go away. I told you he's not here."
I'll be like, ma'am, please open your door. We've taken care of those soldiers that were bothering you.
I don't trust you.
Hey, ma'am, we're here to help.
It sounds like you're gonna have to persuade her.
I'm gonna move up too.
I've got quite high in persuasion.
All right. Go ahead and roll and give yourself a -1 because World War III just happened right outside her apartment door.
How does assistance work?
How to what?
How does helping work? Can Flagpole chime in as well in the conversation and provide assistance to Doc's role to get
Yeah.
a +1?
Yeah. Let me go ahead and look that up real quick.
I'm trained in psyops.
Yeah,
And
kind of sort of what you do,
I
right?
expected this was Flagpole expected this was like his job.
It might actually be flag rolling with Doc's assistance.
Well, I can speak. It says it because I took linguistic, so it says Polish well enough to be taken as a native on successful persuasion roll. So
Fancy.
Like Blake is going to help by shouting down the hallway, going, "Doc, the line you want is come with me if you want to live." Just do that in Polish.
In Polish is going to be, "Ma'am,
say that
this
in
is your best option, really."
right. So is there assistance in this version of? I know there is.
There is, but I gotta look it up.
I
Boom, boom, boom. Chances of success.
Yeah, the whole persuasion system is a bit complex, but yeah.
It's
It's not
social
really
combat.
Yeah, we're not really
Compared to combat, it's not complex. It's just
Yeah.
has a list of modifiers.
Yeah, we'll look it up later. I'll say if you want to assist, you could roll your. We'll do it like this. You can roll your skill, and then however many successes you give is how much bonus you give them.
That's for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna roll persuasion with a +1 modifier because my subs. That's
Bam.
one.
You get one success, so you get a +1 modifier, James, because
Right.
CIA's like, tell her we'll take her to the US, or whatever he says that the CIA stuff says. He says some CIA shit.
Yeah, I feed you some CIA shit.
Yeah.
Right. Let's do a roll. There's one success.
Heck yeah, you gave a +1, right?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So yeah, you hear the door, kind of like the door chain, and she opens the door like just a crack to look at you, and it kind of gets in the way of the dead dude next to it, and she's like,
I've hauled him down. I've hauled him like a few feet down the hall.
okay, cool. So yeah, she opens the door and she sees that you're not Russian, and she's like, you speak Polish?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Yeah, that was more of she said that out of surprise.
Oh.
What are you doing here?
Well, we're here for your son. Get him out
That's
of
not ominous at all.
Get him out of this. Get him out of the combat zone.
We're here for your son. Just like those guys, except we mean business.
Have you seen this?
Have
you seen this boy?
You might want to include her. You might want to include her. People respond very well to that.
No, he's
yeah.
okay. Yeah. So
Yeah, I'll
Yeah,
be
so
like,
yeah.
we're here for you and your son to get you out of this, out of this war zone.
and you hear a general. Hold on, let me right click. There's Anna and Mr. Wozniak. And let me get this, and we'll put it right here.
Is it a dog? Fifi.
Yeah, it's Kofifi. All right. Yep. So yeah, you see. No, you can't see this person. That's good that you can't see them because they're not here right now. All right, yeah. So you see inside the apartment. You can go ahead and go in, and you see a gentleman come out of the back, who's in his early 20s, who is obviously Albin. And he says, "Are you the people sent that are supposed to be sent to help me?"
Yes.
It's like, oh, thank the Lord you showed up. Because I don't know what Russian soldiers are doing in this building, but there's more of them than just those.
What, in the building?
Yes, there's more in the building. They're searching on a bunch of floors. He's like, get in here quick.
Okay, get in, guys. Get in.
What are you going to do about the other dead bodies?
Yeah, we got to haul a bunch of dead bodies in here if that's the case.
Yeah, Parsons will go to the kind of north end and grab those 2 bodies. And
There's also a shit ton of brass on the floor.
And
yeah,
blood.
and
Blood,
smears.
doesn't matter.
I'm not sure.
You give him a quick one over. You're not trying to clean up a crime scene. You're just doing
Yeah.
a quick like.
Yeah, I'm just like, I don't think we're going to be fooling
I think
anyone.
I mean, if we're going to be chatting for long, you could give me a mop. I'll go. Like, are we doing
No,
this
it's
quick?
more like we leave in 30 seconds. These folks
Yeah, okay,
gotta
let's do that.
grab their bags and go.
You check north, you check south, and we go in the apartment.
Yeah, I've got the north end of the hall.
Well, if they're in the building, they're
gonna.
going to have heard our gunfire.
Yeah, it's just a matter of time, and
some
not a
of
lot
us
of
are
it.
not using silenced weapons.
Well,
I mean,
Yeah, Blake.
Yeah, it was readily apparent when you guys got into the gunfight.
If there was no intel of note on the officer, then I'm just at the North T intersection, watching for and listening for approach from either end.
so I'll be like, all right, you need to grab your things ASAP, and we need to make like a tree.
All right, and get out of here. She's like, but Christina and Miko aren't back. And Albin's like, yeah, my idiot siblings.
Where are they?
They left in the middle of the night to go find food. But we can, if we have to leave the apartment, we can leave together. We can go, but I'd really, I'm not going anywhere without my brother and sister.
20 seconds.
Flagpole, what do you want to do? This is
The
your
radio.
call.
This is just like 20 seconds.
I want to go into the apartment and talk to them.
Yeah, you're already in the apartment.
Mm.
You're in there with Doc.
What do you mean I want to do, Doc?
No, I said you're in there with Doc.
Yeah, I know. And Doc just asked me what I want to do.
Okay.
And I said, what do you mean what I want to do?
He would. Well, we're not going anywhere without their younger siblings.
Where are they? How far out?
They went to the grocery store. They went to the Edeka. That's what they said in their note. And then he pulls up a stupid little note written in Polish.
We can talk as we go.
The map. Do we have a map? Doc, do we have a map? Do we know how far that stupid shop is?
Of course we have a map. All right.
Oh, it's there.
It's
This
there.
building. Yeah. So it
and-
is a trek.
and the big
We know
tank is
Is here.
here. Great.
So if we head this way, we can
Well, why would
either cut through the neighborhood if we need to, or cut along this circuit road or this curving road and pick them up on the way. Which way? You need to find out which way they would have gone and come back and be expecting to come back, so we don't miss them on the road.
Is
Fine,
there
so
any is there any particular feature? Is there something that stands out in this room?
No, it looks.
There's
It's
no
a very.
windows.
It's
Do
a
they-
very yes. There's no windows. It's a very sparse, which has led to their survivability in World War III. There's and it's in the center of the building. They have. It's very sparse. There's pictures and stuff up on the things of like family and stuff. Like it's a standard crappy, low income, like Eastern European apartment. But there are, bedrooms for the kids. There is a note. The note has a time on it, which was like 4 hours ago.
Yeah.
So there's not. So they left 4 hours ago, and they haven't come back. So
What I'm looking for is anything really. Do they have a TV that's out of the ordinary? Do they have a picture of Stalin? Do they have anything?
no,
Any
you're not.
feature?
You're not seeing anything out of the ordinary.
Okay. I look over and I don't look at Doc. I look at Enan and his mother, and then I like offhandedly say to Doc, "This is a shithole," in English, and I look for their reaction.
Yeah, Albin's like, yeah, he speaks English. He's like, yeah, it's a shithole.
Sorry, dude.
It's the
Just
middle of
checking.
I'm going to apologise in Polish. Sorry for him being an uncouth fucking American. I'm really sorry. They're not very civil compared to us British people.
Doug, there's nothing to apologize for. I just managed to share that our guy Aiden here was honest about speaking English. Sorry, Aiden.
Hang on. Oh, okay.
Whatever packet you have on me probably says that I'm a grad student. Anyway.
Yeah.
Right, let's go.
Sure.
Grab your shit.
Just double checking.
What did we? Didn't he need to bring his research shit with him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Both of you, pack up now. We're leaving.
Yeah, only what you need.
Yeah, so you see his mom go back. She grabs a photo album, puts it in a big bag, like a leather purse. Grabs a couple photo album, puts it in there, and grabs her jacket. And Albin just grabs his jacket, and he's got a backpack as well. It's got some whatever canned goods or whatever he's got in it. And he's like, "We're ready to go now, but we're gonna go to the grocery store, right?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
We are.
Yeah,
but
we promise.
But would they go? I'm gonna be like, but would they? I mean, it's been 4 hours. Would they go anywhere else?
Doc,
I don't know.
We're going to the grocery store.
All right.
Well, this is a walk and talk, folks. Let's get out of here.
Doesn't normally take 4 hours to go to a grocery store that's just round the corner.
Well, grocery stores. You know
normal.
also that grocery stores are not. They're not functioning.
Oh.
So all businesses in the they went to the grocery store to scrounge and scavenge food, thinking that there might be some slim pickings there. There might be some stuff there that they can scavenge.
4 hours is still a long time to be gone.
Yeah. So you move, you're moving down, and you say, you hear, Wynn, you hear and Blake, you hear over the radio, since you guys are kind of pulling security. You hear Gavel 6. She's like, Razor, any Razor element, this is Gavel 6, over.
Gavel 6, Razor 4, go ahead, over.
Razor 4, Gavel 6, you guys have an ETA. It's getting kind of hot down here.
Razor 4, we have secured Orchid, are proceeding. ETA TBD, it sounds like the area is hot, and Orchid is not leaving without making an extra stop. We're working on it. Over.
All right. So he's like, roger that. He's like, hurry the fuck up. 6 out.
TBB, not TBA?
TBD, to be determined.
Oh, TBD. Oh, okay, yeah.
All right.
Look at us using all this weird fucking jargon.
What TBD? That's not military jargon, but it's okay.
No,
No.
It's cool. It works.
I don't have the information they need.
ETAs, who the fuck knows?
That's exactly right.
Yeah. Can I delete this? Oh, that's another.
ETA, just a wee bit shorter than whatever the fuck you're on about.
2 minutes before you were overrun. Can we secure a stairwell in the west corner of the building?
Yeah, let's go back to just so you can toggle this, or so you can dragging everybody. There we go. Okay, boom. All right. Yeah, you can go back to the center elevators, and you can go down, but that's probably not where you want to go, because
Yeah, I'm not
if
sure the
there's-
orientation of the building versus the other map.
No, you're good. Just north is somewhere over off to the left side of the.
Okay. So the bottom
side of
left
the building.
corner is west.
Yeah.
Okay. So that is where we want to get to.
Yep.
But I think we're probably better off going the perimeter rather than through the middle.
All right. So you guys move through. You move to the right. Go ahead and give me a recon roll.
Yeah.
Lowest.
Yes, the lowest.
Probably me.
Did they get my +1 for
No.
infiltrator?
No,
I
they
mean,
do not.
Okay.
I'm D6, so I'm pretty low.
What's your base?
you're
Yeah.
loud and chunky.
What's your
So
base?
yeah, I'm 1D8 plus 1D6. Anybody
Oh,
lower
I'm
you're
on
the
than me?
yeah, you're the worst.
Okay.
He is carrying all the bullets.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Woof.
You want to push that or not?
Yeah, I don't want everybody to shout me this early in the game. Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, you mean
Oh, thank
quiet?
God.
Yeah, I can totally do that.
But he did succeed.
He did
Does the
succeed. So
succeed
that's it.
mean the fail that isn't critical?
No, he's okay. Because he didn't. If he'd have failed on the thing, then he would have took damage. But he didn't fail, so he's okay.
He
I'll
still
take
took
one
Stress
on the
damage.
stress.
Yeah, you still took one on the stress, so you're okay. But you didn't take another from the other one that you rolled.
Yeah,
He
I'm
took
just
us-
gonna whisper to Eckhart, going, I don't like being quiet. It really just goes against my basic nature.
Yeah, so you see he's rushing down the stairs. He almost like trips and falls on the last couple steps, and he goes flying forward with his machine gun and his ammo and stuff. But he grabs and holds the wall and holds himself from slamming into the wall. And he's like, okay, I'm good, I'm okay.
Can
And
I
everybody
smoke
is
yet?
still with big eyes and panic as we listen.
We're gonna take
Yes.
as he almost alerts like the whole half of the hallway filled with Russian soldiers to you guys' presence. Just kidding. Yeah, he stops his fall before disaster, taking some stress.
Mhm.
We'll go ahead and take. I will say that I did fall off a mountain once and didn't make a sound. So it is possible. It is possible to eat shit and not make a single sound, and then check all your equipment, make sure
Yeah.
everything is okay and working. But
No yard sale.
you guys need to head to the Etika. And Gavel 6 just called you on the radio and said it's getting a little hot down there.
I report that back.
Yep. Alrighty. So you need to move approximately 700 meters. No. Yeah, about 700 to get there.
As the crow flies.
Yeah. So let's say it's a good 250 meters to the intersection.
Well, that's not too bad. Another
and then
250 to
another 200 to there, and another 90 meters to the front door of the thing. Okay, so yeah, you can when you make it down the due to the machine gunner's expert cat-like reflexes, saving himself from dumping himself face first into a wall, you make it down the stairs to the corner of that apartment building. Now there's also a building there that's on the far corner that's attached to it. Luckily that's kind of like blown out a little bit, and you're able to move through that and maintain cover so that none of the units that are kind of poking around, you don't see any in your unit vicinity, but you could, as you were going downstairs, you could hear Russians shouting at people inside the apartment complex. So you move to this this kind of corner, and you look down the street. Now you can see, you can hear tanks. Like, it's unmistakable, tracked vehicles on pavement. Like, you can hear tanks moving inside the city some places, and it's fairly close to you.
like using this road, you mean?
Yeah, one street over, or, you know what I mean? Or maybe it's farther down the street from you, like over here.
Oh shit.
Yeah, but you can you can look down and you can see like, you know, what I mean, you can see fairly far with your night vision. Some of the street lights helping out. You can see fairly far, and you don't see anything in your immediate vicinity, but you definitely see evidence of Soviet troops down here.
Okay.
Yep.
And
So we need to split the different. Oh, there as
Okay,
well.
yeah.
Yeah. So
you cross through this backyard.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
see
Like,
an opening right here.
Yeah, we don't have to get noodly with your route, but you're gonna split like units and stay in a covered and concealed route all the way. Assume all the way to the grocery store.
Yeah.
So you're
Right.
going to. So what you can do is I'm going to need a recon roll, but we can.
Dog.
What?
Dude, I need you to keep these people safe, okay? That's your responsibility, okay?
I'm a doctor, not a babysitter.
In this mission-
Albin's got an AK because you notice that Albin had picked up an AK-74 and 2 magazines off one of the
I'm looking up,
one of
dude.
the bodies.
You're
He's
PT.
like we can handle ourselves.
I'm looking over at his grandma.
She's not as old as you think. Anne is
But
only
still.
like in her early 40s.
But did she pick up a gun or?
I'll
Not
give her the
She-
pistol
not
that I
that you
intended for
handbag.
the.
She's
for
got
the
a
kid.
You see-
handbag. She don't need
Yeah,
a gun.
she could have a Glock shoved down her bra. You don't know. She's
I'll go.
Polish. She's Polish, which means she's hard as nails.
The
saying
I had
we,
the pistol
and I
from
look
the
at her.
officer.
Yeah.
Sorry. I had taken the pistol off the officer, intending to give it to Albin. If Albin's got a Kalashnikov, then I'll give the pistol to the mom.
Just to retcon, we did you say Alvin?
Albin.
With a B.
Albin. I don't know why I said Alvin. The chipmunks came in my head. He picked up an AK from one of the dead soldiers. So yeah, that was something we spoke of in break. But yeah,
Great.
that's the retcon.
I love the fact that these guys can protect themselves. They're still your responsibility, dog.
No,
Okay.
I think you find they're all our responsibility, not just mine.
Sure. You just keep them safe. You're
I'll
on them.
look over-
I love how CIA is like stating the obvious. Like we're here, we parachute onto a roof in order to extract him to keep him safe, and he's like telling me to keep him safe. Sure thing, dude.
You're their bodyguard. Do you get that?
I'm a
You're the
doctor.
bodyguard. Good.
So,
I'm gonna, are you
Blake, you're on point. Eckhart, you with me?
Eckhart, you're a sergeant,
Yeah.
aren't you? You're my sergeant, right? You're my actual like chain of command, right?
yes.
I'm gonna
I'm
look
the-
over
I'm-
at you. I'm gonna look over at you like with one eyebrow raised, going, "Is this dude serious?"
I just shake it off. We move in twos. Flag and I are up front. Doc, you and Parsons are in the rear. And you two, I'm speaking in English, Alvin can translate if he needs to, are going to move when we say, where we say, and only where we say.
I'll pat Doc on the shoulder and go, don't worry, I'll help you look after them. It'll be fine.
Hang on, let me see. Let me check to see if I've got any child reins on me. Hang on.
As soon as we
Any
split
no
up,
teethers?
and Eckhart and I are together on point, I'm like, you notice how the etiquette is on our route, more or less.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're heading there, but we're staying off the main roads.
Yeah. I don't give a fuck about the siblings.
Yeah, I know, but if you want to extract this guy, we can swing by. I'm not going down that main road anyway. There's troop movement there, so we're going to be going through this neighborhood regardless.
Exactly. We're going next to it. We get there. There are no siblings.
We move.
They're just back. We're gonna move him. We're gonna move our kid.
Yeah. Well, you're the convincing one. Feel free to soften him up and prepare him for that.
Sure. I'm just saying.
Because I'm going to be much more direct.
Right now, the way of moving Orchid forward is towards the etiquette because he believes the sibling in there. 4 hours. You know how Doc tonight he said like, oh, nobody's gonna be there for. No, nobody's gonna be there. They're gonna be dead meat.
They're dead
I
or
don't care.
captured.
but he thinks that's a good thing. So that's going to move him towards our extraction zone. So we're going to keep up the charade until we get there.
We're on the same page. Now,
Good.
keep your head down.
Let's moving up.
And while you're having the conversation, like we again.
I'm to Blake like, this fucking spook is what the hell?
Well, I mean, that's
he's up there going, we don't give a shit, don't worry about
exactly.
it.
That's why I needed you to.
And then these two are back here going, don't worry, we're gonna get you out, we're gonna get you.
Yeah,
exactly. That's why I needed you to take care of them. It was because I needed you out of earshot.
Yeah, they're doing what they gotta do.
Yeah, but Blake could be going. I mean, you know, Spook's gonna do what they're gonna do. So, what are you most looking forward to when we get home? While still looking around for Soviets.
Pie and mash.
I have no idea what that is. Is that a sex thing? Is this like the time you said you had to get on your blower?
Blower? I don't even know her. Not there.
Is this? I'm not. I told you I don't speak the rhyming slang. Bangers and what?
No, pie and mash, mate.
Pie and mash.
Lovely. Yeah, it's
right.
It's a delicacy in London.
Okay, well, look, I'll swing by, sample that before they ship me home to see my my kid.
I'm glad that Wynn is not in earshot of this conversation.
And I'm glad they're not in earshot of our conversation. So, works out.
I'm gonna be like, Blake, if the spook gets shot, right, and I've got to babysit the two civvies here. Does that mean I don't have to revive him?
Was mission priority, right? That's what he said, mission priority, and I put those two. It's just following orders, right? And I'll smile at our two charges and go, shh.
You needed a recon roll from us, Nathan?
Yeah, go ahead and give me an infiltration roll, and we'll use Wynn's ability since he's pathfinding.
Cool.
So Wynn's moving through everywhere.
It's a night.
Mm-hmm.
You don't get any bonuses.
I get other than your infiltrator.
I'll give you a +1 bonus for night vision and night. It's easier for you to see places to go that the enemy can't. Like
there we
witness.
Go. That'll do.
All right, that'll do. So yeah, you move through, and you were kind of outside the parking lot there. You're outside the little. So you can see heavy firing. You can hear heavy firing coming from somewhere over here.
Yeah, they're advancing on objective pros, right?
Yeah. Boom, boom, boom. And you can hear like down here, you can hear like heavy firing in that direction as well, like to the south.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's other positions you're getting pushed on. Alrighty.
Did we manage to thread the needle?
Yeah, you managed to thread the needle. But let me preload this. All right. I preloaded it, and then okay, that should all right.
Oh, I've got no tokens. I don't own any tokens here with vision.
He's gonna bring our tokens over.
All right, cool.
Oh, okay, so it says they don't have vision. All right, hold on a second. You guys can't see anything?
No,
just black.
Okay, hold on.
It's an exciting sense of mystery.
You can either drop some tokens on, or
you have tokens on there already. I'm just gonna change configure it. Because I think I had Fog of War and I didn't want that.
Our night vision goggles have all gone down at once.
EMP.
Somebody's dropped a bomb somewhere. Yeah.
Token vision. Yep. That's why I had two things checked when I was messing around with Fog of War and I had some things checked. Can you see now?
Yeah. Looks like a grocery store.
Okay, so you have your hold on a sec. Boom, let me hook up. Boom, there's the flag. Update.
So it's taken us a little time to get there because we're moving in like 20 and 30 meter like a relay. We
I'd say
advance.
I'd say it's taking about 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And you can do it the whole time. You can, Gavel 6 is just like he's
Yeah,
calling radio.
we're
Like, you gotta
checking
hurry
in.
the fuck up. Hurry up. All right.
Yeah,
So
we're on double time.
Yep. Except for this quick stop at Etika, there's a sale on burritos.
Do you want any cauliflower? They might have some cabbage.
All right. So I'm gonna put you guys because this supermarket's kind of reversed. So I'm gonna no, that's the measuring tool. I don't want the measuring tool. I'm gonna put you guys.
You're gonna
on the other side.
Drawing north.
Over here. Pow.
Oh,
So yeah, north is the
side we're on.
South part of the map. Yeah. So this isn't your starting position. This is just this is just your starting position. You guys can choose which order you're going in. But okay, so you can see when you come up to the grocery store, you can see like lights are on inside, but it's like daytime lights. Windows and stuff of this place been shot out. So there's lots of areas you can see towards the front of the building and towards the side of the building where there's on grocery stores, there's big glass things where they post up sales and shit and you can see in. Most of that's all shot out. So there's broken glass around the place. It's all shot out. You can see the lights kind of on in there. And you can see 2 Polish civilians hanging out at the front of the store.
Yeah.
And they've got their weapons pointed into the grocery store. And they're yelling at Polish. To somebody inside the grocery store. They're saying, no, you put your guns down.
Awesome.
They're like, we want food. You put your guns down.
I'll look at the others and
you
go.
hear some Russian, like being said like in somewhere from the back of the grocery store.
Yeah.
You hear Russian. They're saying like niet, no, you know what I mean. And the guy's like, you can hear this. You can hear this guy here. You can hear that Polish guy. He's like, he's telling the other guy, he's like, they're not going to drop their weapons, man. He's like, they're not going to leave. He's like, we're going to have to fight it out. And you can hear some more Polish voices from farther in. He's like, I don't think they saw that we got this far in the grocery store. I was like, I think we can take these guys. And the other guy's like, you're nuts. These guys are Russians. I mean, he's not Russians. He's like, you're nuts. These guys are soldiers. And then that's where you guys come in. That's what you're hearing. So you've walked on some sort of a standoff between, you assume, Russians inside the supermarket and Polish civilians.
Mm-hmm. Is that the loading dock at 10?
Yep.
At the top of the map?
Yep, there is a Russian UAZ that appears to be like it's been shot up, and it's parked at the back loading deck.
And there's an office doors or staff doors or something around the back.
Yeah, that where the number 19 is, and there you see a Russian guy kind of inside. Those doors are jammed all the way open, and he's just watching out the back. He's just pulling security out the back, watching the vehicle. It looks like they were attempting to load up boxes and stuff, but there's nothing of value like that they have in the immediate area.
If they're still alive, they're in there in the middle of this standoff.
So
we do not have time for this. It sounds like there's Poles there with them.
Albin's like, what do you mean we don't have time for this? This is my brother and sister.
I was about to say, I think it's Orchid's assets.
Yeah, your ride out of here is currently under attack. We have a limited window for getting you out. If we miss that ride, that's it.
Could we convince them to pull? Could we convince them just to leave his brother and sister or whatever, to just leave?
Well, that's what I'm suggesting, but I understand if he's not going to be about it.
Okay, I was about to just leave this because I thought his brother and sister were gone. But if we can actually secure his brother and sister, yeah, that's leverage.
How old are your brother and sister?
They are. Let me see. What did I write down for their ages? My sister's 13 and my brother's 12.
Okay, right. So where do you want me? Come on, we're not leaving kids in there. Come on.
I'll take the back. And I head off this way. Or I'm going to, when we have the word go, take out the guy in the loading bay and work my way through the back offices.
So where do you want me?
It's like go louder.
Main
go home.
entrance. Yeah, they don't.
Yeah.
You know, just watch your step.
Well,
And those
I need
broken
somebody
glass
who's
is slippery.
I need somebody who speaks Polish. Tell these guys not to shoot me.
Yeah. Well, we've got 4 people who speak Polish.
That's dog. No, I understand Polish. I'm not gonna. I only speak second most Polish.
Yeah, okay. So Doc and Albin.
All right.
Doc
and we
Albin.
we bringing the
Yes.
assets? Shouldn't we just like?
Well, we got to
Hawkins?
keep them with us.
Orchid is
Okay.
over here. Orchid's over here. He represents. I'll use his token to represent him and his mother because he'd be glued to his
Yeah,
mother.
that's fine.
So where do you want him?
I mean, if now that we know that we're looking for kids who are 12 and 13, we should be able to identify them ourselves. So I want them in or under or behind a car out of
Okay.
the range of being shot.
He's gonna get down between the dumpsters and or the whatever is there in the car. So it's bulletproof. He's gonna keep his mom down in there.
We're gonna move in 2 teams, one top, one bottom on the aisles, right?
Well, I'm gonna come. My suggestion was to enter through the back offices, since that's where the Russians seem to be, and approaching that way. If you guys want to talk to the Poles, we can advance that way, and we can pin them between us.
And if we don't manage to advance, at least we're going to make a loud noise and be a distraction, right?
Yeah.
Great. Do they have Twinkies here? Is that a thing in Poland? Because I haven't had a Twinkie in weeks.
Yes,
No.
but you're not gonna find a Twinkie in it. Oh yeah, you can find Twinkies in Attica if they have an imported section.
Okay,
So
great.
looking at
Two
it-
mission priorities.
Then again, we could also just get the Polish asset out, then camp outside with a machine gun and let the Russians come after us.
Here's
Okay,
the
so-
problem. These poles at the front of the store are not the assets, right?
Oh.
They're not the brother and sister.
No, but they might know where they are.
Okay, my mistake.
Yeah, otherwise we would just grab them and go. We don't
Yeah.
need to engage anybody.
No.
Yeah.
All right, so you have James and Greystorm or Trey. Good lord.
That's very menacing.
Very
Yes.
dramatic.
Very dramatic.
Temple
Keep
of
forgetting
Bones.
to, I keep forgetting to do that. Yeah, Temple of Bones is very dramatic. Boom. I want something mellow. There we go. All right, so aptly named Redshift. So James and Flag, go ahead and move your icons, your icons on the map where you're actually going to be positioned.
We're going in south right where the other guys. You're gonna go clockwise around.
Are we not supporting our machine gunner?
I'm comfortable enough going off on my own to the loading bay, but if we want to stay in teams of 2, then I'll take.
Yeah. Look at it this way.
Flag
If
with
Wynn's being sneaky, I should be wherever he's not.
Yeah.
Sure.
So I'll
So
take
I'll be
Flag
like-
with me if you need.
You definitely take Flag with you.
Okay.
Okay, Flag's going up there. James, you
So-
gonna move your.
Yeah, we're gonna move with Eckart.
So, Doug, tell me in Polish, how do I say, "Don't shoot me. I'm here to shoot Russians"?
I'll just
You say it. You say it, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I
Say-
didn't
you
get
say,
that. Maybe you say it to them.
You say, "Hey, what's up? How you doing?
What's on
Oh,
sale
yeah.
today? What looks good
Totally get
today?
behind that.
Hey, how you doing?"
Hey, you guys got a problem? You need a little bit of help?
Yeah.
You see these
Yeah,
guys?
yeah. So I'll say to the two Polish. Are these two guys Polish? Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
And we were like, hey, we're friends. We're friends to help. You might want to.
The one guy that's right here. Here.
Oh,
Yeah, he turns around with a. He's got a double-barrel shotgun. Like he turns around, he's like, "Oh, jeez," and he's like, he kind of nudges. He nudges the other guy, and he's like, "Americans."
Yeah, cavalry's here.
I'm pointing at the fucking flag on my on my arm.
Yeah, Americans and friends.
He's
So
he's like, "All right, Americans and Canadians."
so you guys, where's
You see
some?
I'm just shooting them. No.
Go.
Doc loses his sword.
Yeah, so I in English, in American, I will say to them. So there are a couple of kids here. Are they inside?
He's like, "I don't know. We're trying to get some food. We got this place first."
Oh yeah.
There's,
I mean,
hey, there's Russians in the back.
okay, yeah, but just we're going to clear this up now. All the food in here, that's yours, unless there's Twinkies, in which case I have them, and the kids. We're here for the kids.
I don't know.
We're
I
here
don't
for
know.
kids and Twinkies.
Well, if it's in the grocery store, it's ours. We cut a deal for the kids.
All right,
I'll
so
toss
the
them-
Russians.
I'll toss them an MR, like an MR,
Mhm. MRE.
Just say ration.
Yeah, I'll
say
toss them
ration.
some rations.
Murray.
Just a ration.
Okay,
You go.
So
Yeah.
So Russians in the back. Where else? What else are we looking at?
I don't know. They're in the back somewhere.
I'm also
That's-
going to take.
It's pretty fucking
gonna-
vague.
How many?
Right,
How
one
much rations
triangle.
do I have?
I don't know. Look on your character sheet. Did you have more rations than usual?
Yeah,
'Cause you were a doctor?
I put my rations as what was on the
Yeah.
what was on the.
Yeah, it was
initial-
5 plus
Yeah.
the one that Nathan gave you, so you should
Yeah.
have 6.
Doc fucking jumped in a bunch of MREs. Doc jumped in a half case of MREs with him.
So
Or
this.
a quarter of a case, excuse me. So you
This-
notice here as well, where I just pinged.
Yeah.
There's 2 other Polish civilians in here as well.
All right. I go. Can you tell them not to shoot us?
You
Yeah.
hear him say something in Polish to and James usually says, "Hey, there's Americans here. They're gonna help us.
Some American and Canadians here.
There's Americans and Canadians here."
Fucking British.
I'm sorry. There's Americans and British here.
Have eyes on one tango.
So presumably hardcover is good, right? And shelves in a supermarket is not good.
Yeah, shelves. Aluminum would be concealment. The difference between concealment and cover is cover stops bullets. Concealment, it basically conceals you, stops vision.
Okay.
But you can get a lot of mileage of like getting behind something and then going prone.
Yeah.
You can get a lot of mileage out of that.
Is the power on here? Does it say
It's
the lights are on.
rudimentary. It's what you see on the map. Those little light dots I put in. That's what's from the fluorescent
Yeah.
lights on the map from like the night lighting to keep the store
What
lit to
light
make sure that
dots?
It's like the security lighting as opposed to
yeah.
stores
Yeah,
open.
but I don't see any lighting on the map.
Hold on, let me go
Yeah,
to.
me neither.
Oh yeah, why not? Oh wait a minute. Hold on a sec. Let's make it groovy. Configure.
The disco grocery store.
How about now? Hold on.
No, it's gone black.
It's redrawing. Randy.
Okay, hold on. That's not the setting I want. How about
Lights are in the lighty section.
Gee,
Looks
thanks.
like a little light bulb.
Yeah, I know, but I'm trying to. That's clicked. I can see them on my map. I'm wondering why you can't see it on yours.
Is this back to fog of war stuff?
Taken
Save
vision.
changes.
I can see the whole map now, but no lights.
Yeah,
Hey,
same.
don't ma- We're getting bogged down on technical.
I'm good with it.
Not
Yeah.
gonna worry about it.
So I'll say to the guys next to us, going, "You guys know where the fuse box is?"
He's like, he looks you like.
I'll say in Polish, do you know where the fuse box is?
He's like, he gives the same look like.
How the hell would I know that?
The back. It's in the back. You see the guy standing, the guy with the hat on that's farthest in, the guy with the little white icon. He's got like a Glock, like a pistol.
I'll say to Doc, going, "Like, I'm a big fan of your whole let's make things dark, but tonight's not our night, I guess."
You can, so it's very dark in there, so you're gonna need like to have unrestricted shooting. You're gonna have to have night vision on in there anyway.
Great.
We'll still have an advantage over them.
Yeah, anything shooting inside this place or outside at night is gonna have a disadvantage. Just to even identify.
Well, let's make our way in, shall we?
All right, but I need you to like hang seriously back, because if you get shot, A, I would feel like slightly bad about it, and then B, there would be nothing I could do for you, right?
Okay, so, this guy, you see him move over and talk to his buddies. He's like whispering to his buddies. And he moves over to the far guy over here and whispers.
So there's at least 3 of them or 4 of them, it looks like, on this end of the store that are the poles.
Yep.
I'll kind of jog over and say to them, "Look, I'd like to go straight up. Are you guys thinking maybe to go around? I'll refer to northeast, south, and west as they are on the map. Go. You think maybe you want to go eastwards? We're going to flank them."
Yeah, you see, so you hear, so James, you hear the one guy, he's like, he kind of like loud whispers to his buddy. He's like, "Hey, this one's asking me stuff in English. I don't understand him."
I'll translate whatever Blake just said.
So you walk up to him?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Blake has a machine gun. He needs to get probably so that we know where they are. But I'm going to say, I will turn to Blake and say in English, we should be careful, because if his siblings are in here, we don't want to fucking accidentally kill them, right?
Yeah, I would, and I sort of take you by the lapels without going, no, I would feel really bad about that. So, yeah, we're agreed. No shooting the kids.
All right. Well, I'm going to turn to the other 4 and say, it might be worth you just hanging back out of the way for the time being.
Okay, yeah, we can do that. You want us to just cover the front door?
Sure.
All right, we'll cover the door.
Are they being honest, or are they going to fucking shoot us in the back? Because I've got a funny feeling they're going to just try and shoot us in the back and take our stuff.
They don't have a lot of incentive to do that.
There's only one remedy for that.
In my games, I don't use sense motive or like a lying skill. Persuading, if you're trying to but if you feel something's fishy, just go with your gut instinct. Go with if you like I don't trust the guy, use a reaction you would use based on the information that I'm giving you is basically what I'm saying. Whatever information I'm giving you, whatever and how I'm, there's no like GM. Oh, these guys are only. If there's a misunderstanding, I'll let you know. But other than that, like if you don't have to, like I'm gonna roll and see if this guy's lying to me. It's like if you think the guy's lying to you, then act accordingly. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna make a die roll like ruin that drama and that good. That's good stuff. I'm not gonna use die roll to slow that down or make that. You know what I mean? It takes away from it.
Just tell him you're here to help. If he fucks you, it's going to go very badly for him.
Yeah, okay. I'll do that. We are a full squad. Over half of our squad is heading round the back to take care of the guards up the top. We need to run a distraction, and then the food hit. Then the rest of the food here will be yours. We're just here for the two. We're here for the 2 kids. So if they're here, well, that's if they're here. So once we've got them, this place is yours. You can eat as many Twinkies as you like.
Yeah, place was ours to begin with, but there ain't no fucking food here anymore. We were hoping those Russians had food. That's what we were hoping for.
Yeah.
There might be food here in the truck.
Is Doc translating any of that for
Yes.
Blake? Yeah. Blake will go, well, look, if the Russians are here, it's because they think there's something worthwhile. Whatever it is yours, as long as it's not the two kids.
All right. All right. So what's the plan?
I guess.
Unsurprisingly, things are going to kick off in the loading bay.
Oh,
There's a guy on the dock, the loading dock, towards the back of the truck. Is that a door beyond him into those offices, or is there an opening and we can see into the offices?
No, so I will we'll pull flag back a little bit because that guy is looking out. That Jeep, that UAZ sits below the loading dock. The top of the UAZ is almost even with that loading dock.
Yeah.
Is it set up for a semi? That Russian soldier, both of those big white double doors that you see there, both of those are open.
Okay.
One of them is like a service door that opens regular. The one that's farther to the south, the one that's just right below it, is an actual garage door that opens up. And it's opened up all the way.
So can I see all the way down to
with your night vision?
Target of opportunity there? Not from. So I'm only here
there.
because I don't have a parking lot and a street and other buildings to be shooting from.
Yeah.
On this map, I would be somewhere off the edge of the screen and sniping these guys.
If you want to, you can.
I would very much like to do that.
Yeah, once you realize what the situation is, you can beat feet off over to, let me see. It's a pretty, we have a mental image. You could be across the parking lot because it's a pretty big parking lot. You could be across the parking lot, or just a little ways back away, like underneath one of the cars.
Yeah.
Kind of aiming in.
I just want to, because I got to, with these doors open, I want to be in a position where I can do recon into this space and see, because it looks like I could pick up one, depending on the angle, I could pick up 1, 2, potentially 3 targets.
Yeah, you got 2. All right, so flag, I'm gonna move you back to the corner here.
Yeah.
Oh, there.
And then we're gonna throw up.
So you're gonna move forward when I
I follow you.
The close guy.
No, what he's saying is he picked off and got into a hide position with a sniper rifle, and he's covering that back deck and inside.
Yeah, I still want you here to be able to advance up. There's probably stairs at the end of the loading dock.
That 17 is a very narrow hallway. I would.
That's a wall, isn't it? Or is it a hallway?
It's like 2 meters wide. It's not a very
Yeah, no, that's okay.
Those are standard 5-foot square grids. So it's like 1.5 meters, 2 meters.
Oh yeah, I see. I see.
Yeah.
So
here.
I just want you to be able to advance to basically any place where you can get cover here.
Yeah.
But once I've taken out the 2 guys I can spot, because I'm gonna want cover while I come up.
Yeah, you're gonna open this dance, and I'm gonna advance under your cover.
Okay.
Yep. So you can't get. You could be outside of that hallway, but you can't get inside that hallway from where you're at.
Okay.
You're gonna have to.
I was assuming he was gonna go, up, like run up and climb up onto the loading dock.
Yeah.
Basically,
that's what he's gonna do.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay. So yeah, if I can get eyes on the far one first.
Would it be worth leaving it there on a little cliffhanger to find out
what
happens?
Because it's time, isn't it?
Real quick. Let me put all these guys. Combat tracker. And then
can move on to the before the first roll.
Yep, combat tracker. Okay, there is everybody. Where is update, reroll, remove combat? You need the UAZ. All right. Yep. So we got what you guys are gonna do. How do you guys position yourself, Blake and Doc? What do you guys do?
Well, these tills down here at the south.
Yeah, they look like tills.
And
5.
Yeah.
5
So
is. Oh.
Don't worry about that.
yeah.
That's
Okay.
but
fine.
they're tills. They're registers.
Would that
And not-
provide a
not-
bit of hard cover? So if I said to Doc, like, hunker down
Yep.
behind one of those,
Yeah.
you see anything that's not me or a kid, shoot it.
Okay.
And then, as sneakily as my not very sneaky self would be, I would attempt to cross this scary bit here and then slowly make my way up this aisle until I get a better vantage point.
Okay. Doc moves up. And Blake, where do you want to go?
So I'm kind of as stealthily and carefully as possible, like heading up here until I then kind of peer around, see if I can see a baddie.
Okay, so you get to about, I'm going to say you get to about, take your marker. You get to about here.
Mhm.
Boom. These guys are covering the door. All right. So, these two Polish guys are moving up with you, Doc. And one of them's got an AK-74, and the other one has, or excuse me, he's got, what does he have? He's got a AKM. He's got an AKM, and the other one's got a double-barrel shotgun.
Is AKM like the submachine gun variant?
No, AKM is it's a 7.62. It's a modernized version of the AK-47.
47. Okay.
Yep. It's older weapons tech, but well, for this era. But it's, so the guy on your right, James, he's sitting there looking at you, and he was the guy with the double barrel shotgun. He's sitting there looking at you, and he's you've got a guy behind you, and you got two other Polish guys at the front door. And we'll leave the session right here, but he raises a shotgun up and points it at you, and he's like in Polish, he's like, "Take all your stuff off and put it down, right at your feet." And that's what he says to you, and that's where we'll stop.
Just so you know, I was prepared for them to be doubling crossing me.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, I got you.
So a few more bogeys to worry about.
Boom. A few more, yeah.
Wow.
All right, so that's it. We're over with.
Well, that's not a tense place to leave it at all.
No, right?
I was once in
Blimey.
a LARP. I had a sidearm in my jacket, and I was carrying an M16 over my shoulder. And this guy steps out from the shadows, and he just points at me and says, "Drop your gun." And I dropped my gun. I put my M16 down on the ground, and he bends over to get it, and I just pull out my sidearm and put it in the back of his neck and says, "Yeah, I think that's a two-way street." He thought he was mocking me, but he mocking me, but it ended up he
Mocking,
mocking. He
Okay.
lose his weapons.
One last thing I forgot. This would be an even better. This would be an even better.
Cliffhanger?
Even better cliffhanger. Yeah. So you see the shotgun
light's
gets
working
pointed.
yeah.
Shotgun gets pointed at Doc, and he says, "Drop all your shit and put it down at your feet right now." And then Blake, you're moving forward, and right here. Wrong.
In like the pharmacy or something?
Nope. Right here. You see two little moon pie faces
Oh,
directly to your front, peeking over the deli counter. they're like looking up, and you see two little like faces facing you up
Little
ahead.
Scared 12 and 13-year-old.
Yep. And that's where we'll leave it.
Brilliant.
Good times.
So that's great. Blake has to choose between his best friend and his moral priorities.
You don't have to
That's
shoot.
great.
You don't know anything's going on behind you yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right,
He
so
was,
should we do some shout outs?
Oh,
Did anyone...
blimey.
let's shout it the fuck out. Hell yeah.
Anyone got any shout outs they want to do?
I have one. It's very, very important. I'm shouting out my son who turns 13 today.
Oh, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Jacob.
Sweet.
You're no longer, you're now a teenager. Get out and do some work.
He is definitely 13 going on 30.
Yeah.
What he wanted for his birthday was a shelf that he could put above his bed in his room to put like plants and things in a nice artistic presentation. This is the strangest 13-year-old I've ever known.
That's close. Well adjusted.
You know,
all those
2 years ago,
all those plants. Yeah, all those plants to throw you off all the porn he's got stashed.
Absolutely. I don't think it even occurs to them to have physical stuff anymore. It's all online.
Yeah.
But yeah, so happy birthday, Jake. You're an awesome
Anyone
woman.
Happy birthday. Yeah, that's like I want to give a shout out to my Wednesday group, which is an amazing role playing group. I run every other Wednesday bi-weekly. It's Ghost in the Shell meets Ocean's 11, where we hack together Blades in the Dark and Fate. And besides the players always playing online, like in a chat between every session, writing like 5,000 words or something like that, they also do comics on previous scenes. So where all my other campaigns, like this has been true that the only person who thinks about the game between sessions is the game master. It's not true for this. This like they keep each other updated with special, like a really good scene, good role-playing scene gets a comic and gets posted in our group. And I love those guys. There's just an amazing, it's been 3 years running this campaign, and it's going to run for another 1 or 2 years. And it's the absolute best campaign ever. I have very dedicated, talented players, and I absolutely love that. And then short shout out to the game Numenera. It's a cipher system game. It's a great game if you want to run a rules light, very fast game. And if you need to know more about it, I would say go to the YouTube channel Infinite Construct, where there's a very talented person who's running that YouTube with music for the setting, explanations how to make a scenario, and rules and settings explanation. So Infinite Construct if you want to know more about Numenera by Monday Cook Games.
Can even check out on my YouTube. There is a one shot of us doing Numenera, but you know.
Oh, you're also good. Yeah, nice. Definitely check that out first before checking out Infinite Construct.
Anyone else? Random weird shouts?
Tom, Nathan?
Birthdays? Well, Nathan, Nathan, I can reply. I can respond. I can give you a breakdown of Nathan's shout out. You can't find me anywhere, but if you do care to find me, I'm Godless Polecat on everything except, you know. There we go.
Good luck finding me online.
It isn't hard. You can find him on Twitter as Godless Polecat.
Or Pontificus Maximus, yeah.
Sorry, Blake, Tom.
I want to plug the concept of not letting kids die. There you go. And yeah, I'm at Tall Tom Right at Twitter, if that's of interest.
I'm glad that you want to emphasize the point of not letting kids die, because I pre-drew some cards for random encounters in this game for when if you guys actually leave the city. And yeah, I'm glad you like saving children, because apparently it's kind of a thing.
Oh damn.
Flagpole loves saving children as long as they're not in the way. If they're in the way, they're just, you know.
Here's this grenade. Here's this grenade. Go give it to that nice man over there.
Yeah.
Oh damn.
CIA's acting like CIA.
All right.
Just focused on the objective, okay?
Okay, as for me, as I said at the start, join Discord if you haven't done so already. Follow me on Twitter to know when I'm going live. And if you want to watch any previous VODs that we've got, because there is over 200 VODs on YouTube now, go check out the YouTube channel. That's really about it. I'd like to thank Nathan for running an excellent game. Thank you very much, Nathan. Obviously, you know, without you, there isn't a game. And I'd like to thank the excellent players and the dynamic that we're slowly building. Also, thanks for screwing us over, Nathan, as well. I still suspected they were going to throw us over.
If you just followed your instinct. You're like, these guys seem shady. Yeah. Well,
Go join the Discord, guys. It's a great Discord.
Yeah, join the Discord. Let us know what we should have done.
Yeah.
Oh
So-
boy.
yeah.
Oh boy.
We
It's gonna be a
will.
long chat.
We will
Shoot
speak to
everything that isn't
everyone.
kids.
We will speak to everyone next week.
Next
Awesome.
week.
Good night.
Unless you want to
Night,
armchair
guys.
generalists from the Discord.
Don't forget, you can support me on Patreon over at patreon.com/JamesCorp. And also get your name here in the credits. I'd like to thank Eric Sherpa, Weefs, Orcus Dorcas, Matt Jones, Mike Nudd, Ludovic, Giuseppe, and J-Wall. Thank you very much for your continued support. Most appreciated. Bye.